back to God of War. Last time we made a lot of progress. I mean, we dealt with all of the Dragon Otter, and then we did a bunch of, like, random nonsense, and then we killed Magni and Moth. Okay, we killed Magni. We didn't kill Mothi yet. And then we killed a Valkyrie. So that was pretty productive stream last time.
Yeah.
A lot of side quests. Lots of dealing with this nonsense.
Is that shoulder piece one of the Valkyrie pieces? Or...
I don't think so. I don't remember what we actually are using for armor. Our shoulder piece is the Dwarven Runic Pauldron. We do have Tyr's gauntlets, though.
Yeah.
Which are very excessive. Who designed these?
I don't know.
Why are there dragons? Why are there, like, derpy-looking dragons on them?
Yeah, they're so, like, they look like robot arms.
Yeah.
Tubes.
And there the bot went. The most egregious something. We've been requested to wear our most egregious something or other.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know what counts as egregious. We'll need to figure that out.
Yeah,
Because most of it's actually pretty chill. Right?
I mean, in New Game Plus, there's a pretty egregious armor set.
That, like, isn't even, like, a measurable style difference. Oh, no, none of these are actually that bad. Right? They're all kind of the same level of absurd. So I don't feel like those really do it for me. I don't think we're gonna get worse than Tears. Right? I mean, Tears Lost Unity Gauntlets are clearly the objectively most ridiculous one.
Yeah.
Niram, we might unfortunately be currently wearing our most egregious outfit.
I think so. Yeah, Peter, I was talking about the COD of War set that you unlock in NG+.
What?
Which is actually just
Fish?
scale mail, but with fish. Like actual
Fish! I want it! I want the fish!
Fish!
We don't have a WrestleMania belt yet. We're still working on it. Where the heck are we even supposed to go?
Oh, it was Cody? I had no idea. Yeah, Cody saw the stream and is replaying the first 3 God of War games.
Incredible.
To work up to replaying this one. So he has fresh experience. So he says the God of War was also in the first God of War game. That's
incredible. God, what even are our fast travel spots? Am I locked out of them? Like, why can't I travel? Oh, I can just go to this one. I see.
Weird.
What now then? Maybe Freya ought to have a look at the boy.
No, I feel better now. I just needed to catch my breath. Where do we go next?
Well, now that we've got the giant's chisel, we need to learn the travel rune to Jotunheim, so we can carve it into that special gateway atop the peak, and open realm travel to the land of the giants.
You don't know it?
Alas, no. But
Sad.
the serpent did mention that the giants had entrusted that secret to Tyr.
Oh, boy.
Aye.
Wow.
But his hidden vault is very much in reach. The doors are beneath his temple, submerged in the lake for generations until our snake friend shifted his weight. There we shall find the fabled Black Rune of Jotunheim.
Right. Well, that's a MacGuffin if I've ever heard of one.
Yeah.
Honestly. Hello? Let me through. Cause, right, I mean, the closest I can think of to, right, a color rune being a thing is not a rune at all, but is just, like, the... like, the, like, red book or, like, black books for early modern grimoires.
Yeah.
That's the closest I can think of. for like any
Yeah,
of those.
I was wondering like why they would make it black, and the only thing I could think of was just an association with like hiddenness and the void or whatever. I don't know, secret.
Exactly.
Listen, it's black. You throw it at the bottom of the lake. Nobody's gonna find it.
Understandable.
Atreus, follow me.
Sorry, I got distracted.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm also distracted, but... what the heck are black books? So, black book,
Ooh, Tyr's vault is behind that magical lock.
wait, yeah, I'm not going that way, though. I'm doing side quests. I need to talk about Guthleg.
Yay!
Yay! But first, black books. So, black books are, in short,
Something down there.
Norwegian and Icelandic grimoires. So the idea is that these are very evil, very magical books that are used by famous magicians all over the place.
I have a question. If Ymir was the first giant, where did he come from?
In the beginning, there was Ganungagop.
Nope, we're gonna talk about creation later. We're gonna talk to...
Primordial forces. There was fire and there was ice, and there in the void they met and produced. Or I can just tell you the story later.
Exactly. Tell the story later. I wonder if we can kill these guys
These
yet.
bones pulse with magic.
It must be Golvi. Could we just hold on
Worth a
to it?
shot.
Maybe we'll find the rest of it.
The spirit lies to you, boy.
How would you know?
I have known many spirits. They are all liars.
This one is different. I know it.
You know very little.
Ooh.
Yeah, these guys are tough. Not gonna lie, these guys are very tough.
Yeah.
We're just gonna try and Spider Rage them and see if we can bully them.
Yeah, I mean they're not impossible to kill without the Blades of Chaos, but it's kind of an interesting design choice to put these enemies in the game that are clearly designed to be killed by the Blades of Chaos before you get the Blades of Chaos.
Yep.
But this is open world content right here, like this is a side objective, so
Yep, we're just gonna run away. Or I'll die. I can just die. I believe in us. Goodbye. I believe in us. Let's try this again. But yeah, right. I'm trying to remember which one, the red, what is it, the red book? Is the grimoire that's super famous in Iceland. I'm trying to remember, I'm trying to remember who it's made by. Read the book. Yeah, I don't remember it off the top of my head, unfortunately.
I mean there's the one from like circa 1600, that's the Galdrabok.
Yeah. I seem to remember that there's a specific one that's said to be lost, right? That was like, oh yeah, this is super powerful, and the magician is super strong, and definitely worked with demons, and it was maybe made from human skin,
Primordial fire and ice met in the great void.
and it's called the Red Book of something or other.
Water?
More than water. The mystic lifeblood of something entirely new. From this water, Ymir took form and became a being of pure creation and chaos, mother and father to all that came after.
Sure.
And we'll pick this up later.
Yes, you will.
Are you okay?
Uh-huh.
My goods are underwater.
Uh-huh.
My men are drowned, and yet their bodies continue to walk the
It's not Saint Cyprian, though. He is in the same vein.
They plagued these lands. I was their captain.
Uh-huh.
They died
Uh-huh.
because of me. These abominations sully their memories. I will find a way to free them from their tortured state. In this, I am determined.
Well, we can do murder. I mean, I don't know what to say to you. If you want us to murder them, we can murder them. It's like the one thing we are really good at.
True. It's Kratos' special talent.
Exactly. It's like the only thing he's great at. Bye. What is this spooky place? Give me more things. Shiny bones? No? And there they are. A random skull. Nailed it.
Govi's bones.
I wonder if...
What will you say to her?
To Govi?
Your mother. What have you left unsaid?
I guess... I just want to know if she's okay.
She is dead, boy.
I know that. You don't understand.
Neither do you.
Aw, Kratos. My controller is actually rumbling that loudly, Wolfie. Sorry about that. I will make sure it stays off the table so it doesn't make extra loud noises. But yes, it rumbles quite dramatically. Anyway. I see Chad is talking about the Infinity Gauntlet. That is just, like, vibing.
Look here.
Yes, sir.
Because apparently that's a thing.
It's one thing to just be like a meme item that they throw in, but it's actually like really overpowered.
Amazing. I mean, that still is a meme item.
Yeah.
But
I mean, yeah, like an Easter egg, something that doesn't affect the game, but then it's actually a really good item.
incredible. I love it.
What would you say?
I mean, it's not surprising given how much that they...
There is nothing left to say.
What about everything we've done so far? That man coming to the house? Talking to the world serpent? We've done so many amazing things. I just want to tell her about them.
Aw, Atreus.
Don't you?
What else would you say to her?
I tell her that we're both okay. Not to worry about us.
Atreus, I miss her too. You know this.
I thought I knew very little.
Yeah, these are not mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
Come here.
Don't ruin the moment,
Can you finish
Atreus.
that story you started?
No.
I can indeed.
No, you cannot.
Ymir, the first giant, had emerged.
Come on, stop telling us
Every
that
form
things.
of life began to spring
Blah blah
forth
blah
from
blah
the
blah blah blah. I'm
What?
not
Just tell you
listening.
the story later.
Well, that was... bad. Whatever, at least we can cheese this guy really hard.
Yeah.
Because I am totally safe here, because I accidentally aggroed him in a very foolish spot. Which is honestly very funny. But,
Yeah.
I mean, I can't do anything, because I can't actually get over the ledge. So we're just gonna, like, take that, and we're gonna cheese this guy. Finally honed cheese. Honestly hilarious.
We take those. We take those.
Yep, I accidentally left my axe at the last place. And so
Oh,
I...
that's what happened.
So when I recalled it across the map, it went right through him. And I got him in a very strange spot.
That's actually very impressive axe physics.
Like, honestly remarkable.
Like, they didn't just make it, like, put it in, like, an invisible pocket and it just comes back because you left the zone. It's actually still over there.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting that at all.
No.
But, oops. We take those. We take those.
Hey, it's another treasure map.
It's not an interesting enemy anyway, so may as well cheese it.
We need a cheese marginalia emote, true.
We do. You're not wrong. We absolutely need that.
We can translate those Niflheim runes.
I don't know where I'd actually go look for those, but that's okay. Oh wow. Another interesting thing. I didn't realize they actually modeled the, like, different bones for the different sections. I was expecting us to just get, like, three...
Might as well return them to the spirit.
To just get 3 skulls.
Keep his word.
I know she's
Yeah.
not coming back, okay? I know. I just... Never mind. I just gotta return the bones.
Oh boy. Who's ready for us to make bad decisions?
Yeah.
In the
Listen,
meantime...
Kratos is no, go ahead, go ahead.
What? No. I'll finish that thought, and then I want to just, like, introduce
Okay.
Guthvig before we murder Guthvig.
Okay, I was just gonna.
A forgotten
Kratos
city.
might not be the best father, but he's trying to tell you not to get your hopes up,
Yup.
Atreus.
Yup. But yeah, Guthvig is an obscure figure if we're being generous.
Can you finish that story you
True.
started?
I can indeed. Where were we? Oh, Ymir, the first giant,
Uh-huh.
emerged from the void. And every form of life began to spring forth from Ymir.
Even the Aesir?
Aye.
Well,
God, man, and beast came first from
No.
Ymir's flesh.
no, that's just wrong.
Aesir, who thought themselves so superior that they should hold dominion over the rest of creation. It was Odin who took arms against his creator and spilled Ymir's lifeblood with his spear. A necessary evil, he would say, to bring order to the realms. From Ymir's torn flesh, Odin would fashion the realm of Midgard for his own. Called himself All-Father, as if he was the creator and not the creator's destroyer. A small, covetous tyrant.
Ymir?
Huh? Oh, sorry, boy. You know, I think it best we just end it there,
That was
Very dramatic, Mimir.
very dramatic and also just, like, not correct. Right.
No.
Notably wrong in a significant thing because Oidhumbla apparently doesn't exist in this game. Poor Oidhumbla.
She just wanted to lick salt, man.
Exactly. She was just vibing. We're gonna kick the... Wow. That was brutal. That's an extremely brutal way to kill these,
Yeah.
Dimetrodon... or Smilodon thingies? They're like Smilodon snake people.
Yeah. I forget what they're called, but they're
I think they call them like lindworms.
yeah, they are like a folktale monster.
Yeah, just very much more saber-toothed tiger shaped.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, so, a couple things before we get into the fight. Firstly, correcting Mimir's story. Not all living things came from Ymir. That's just, like, objectively incorrect. In that there are at least 2 really important figures that do not. That being the cow Oidhumbla and the first of the gods Buri. Oidhumbla just kind of appears one day. Also, I guess one other really important one. Yggdrasil. There's nothing that actually suggests that it showed up out of Ymir's corpse. It just kind of shows up one day.
Yeah.
For no reason.
I mean, that's kind of what trees do. They just sort of
Exactly.
pop
They
up.
just pop up. But Oidumla, her origins are super mysterious, but given that Ymir feeds off of Oidumla's milk, safe to say is not, there's a fundamental illogic to saying Ymir creates Oidumla and then
No, it's
cannot have
like,
survived without feeding off Oidumla.
yeah. Yeah, I have the passage here if you want me to read it.
Please.
So this is the penguin. So that's Jesse Byock, I'm pretty sure, right?
I think that's Jesse Biox, yeah.
Yeah, Jesse. Next, it happened that as the icy rime dripped, the cow called Oidumla was formed. 4 rivers of milk ran from her udders, and she nourished Ymir.
Yeah.
On what did the cow feed? Hai replied, she licked the blocks of ice which were salty as she licked these stones of icy rime. The first day the hair of a man appeared. In the evening, on the second day, the man's head, and on the third day, the whole man. He was called Buri.
Yeah.
He had a son called Bor. He wed Besla, and she was the daughter of Bolthorn the giant, or the Jötun, probably in the original. They had 3 sons, Odin, Vili, and Ve.
Yep. The other half of that, though, that quietly gets mentioned is that Ymir is not actually a conscious creator of most of his creations, those being the
No.
Jötnar, because he is literally asleep when his feet decide to mate, and from them come the ice giants.
Yeah.
It is strange, even by the standards of Norse myth.
It's very bizarre. I think we stumbled onto the Jötnar triptych that depicted it, right?
Yeah.
It was actually really cool how they used the kind of interlace of his toes stretching over and becoming these 2 people. It was really weird, but it was
Yep.
cool.
Yup.
Weird but cool is a
Good description.
good description of all Norse mythology. So.
Now, Guthveg.
Yes, foot fetish. Cursed.
We have collected the rest of your woman's corpse.
Now, Guthveg.
Show us this
Do you want to
magic.
introduce her while I fight her?
Yeah, I also
My
have the
sweet
passage here.
Gulvik,
Sweet.
whole again.
So in Volaspal, the prophecy of the Cirrus, in the
Powerful Gulvik!
poetic or elder Edda, Guldveig is a figure who shows up. She just sort of shows up in the high one's hall, Odin's hall, or Valhut.
And reunite us?
And the stanzas go as such. She remembers the first war in the world, when they stuck Guldveig with spears, and in the High One's hall they burned her. 3 times they burned her, 3 times she was reborn. Over and over, yet she still lives. Bright One they called her, wherever she came to houses. The seer with pleasing prophecies. She practiced spirit magic. She knew Seidr. Seidr she performed as she liked. She was always a wicked woman's favorite. And so there's a lot of kind of theorizing about these, especially these 2 stanzas that I just read. That Heidr, which is the translation of Bright One in the second stanza that I read. People have for a long time thought that this is like Guldveig reborn after she gets burned 3 times, but
Yeah.
she still lives. There's nothing. I mean, it's sort of suggested just by the way the pronouns work and the juxtaposition of these two stanzas.
I told you so.
Great.
And of course, this would
true
not
as
be
well.
by far
not
the
take
first
your
person in
disappointment
Norse
out on me,
mythology
boy.
to have more than one name.
Yes.
So the fact that
Yeah.
that first stanza is followed by then Heidr they called her, Bright One they called her, and it's a similar. Well, yeah. Anyway.
Yup. It is. I mean, hasn't Rudy also proposed that she's Freya?
Yes.
'Cause
several
literally-
people have suggested that.
That one I am far more suspicious of.
I mean, it would be by virtue of the fact that she does say that. If
Exactly.
you accept the premise that Heiðr or Bright One is another name for Guldveig, or in fact the reborn version of Guldveig after she's stabbed and burned 3 times, then
Yeah.
just the association of Freya as being the one who teaches Seidr among the Aesir gods.
Mm-hmm.
There's also an interesting, I forget who exactly but some people have also interpreted the fact that they stick Gutfrey with spears and then burn her, that it's like that this presages the war with the Vanir somehow.
Yeah.
That maybe she was a Vanir goddess or priestess or something, and the Aesir rape her and then try to burn her, but she refuses to die because she's a Seith Kona of some kind. And this is what starts the war, perhaps.
Yup.
Is that did Jens Peter talk
That
about
that might be JP. Yeah.
JP? I know Terry mentioned it in his class, so.
Yeah. I don't love any of those theories, because, right, the idea that there is only one practitioner of Seidr, well, 1.5, amongst the gods,
Yeah.
feels flimsy.
Yeah.
Ultimately, though, right, it could easily be that she both is and isn't, because as with all things, Norse myth, our source material is rather thin on the ground relative to what we wish we had.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's grab that. I want more tier bits because they're silly. Where is that? Kill. Wow, they are on the other side of the map. Yay. So much time in boats. We had a lot of strange stories, right? And that's something I forgot about from, like, when the game first came out, is just how far they've diverged their account of the real story, in heavy scare quotes, from the mythological sources. Right? They're wildly different. Right?
Yeah.
Because we had, like, Skathi earlier, who looks and acts nothing like how the mythological Skathi does. And, like, not small changes either. Like, straight up completely changing how Thiazi dies. Stuff like that. It's like,
Yeah.
wow, these are big changes.
Yeah, no, it's
Oh
it
crap!
just what is it? Oh,
Ah.
Ice Boys.
Ice boys.
Frosty fellows.
Luckily, they're not super strong, so
No, the basic-ish ones.
exactly.
It's the big guys with the hammers.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I mean, these kind of huge differences in texts. They point to two things really. They point to the argument for like the massive narrativization and
Exactly.
original creations of some of these texts, where like you can theorize that there were maybe, of course, different versions of these sagas in different parts of Scandinavia at different times, and those things are maybe shared across wide geographic regions and among different people and language-speaking groups. But then when you have them set down in texts,
No,
they were essentially
think
different
so.
stories at this point, maybe with the same names.
not as much anymore.
Why is that?
Well, being out here.
Yeah. And I mean, I think that's the stance I generally like the most, is that there is, like, in a very meaningful way, that a lot of this ends up, like, reflecting real differences in the oral traditions of pre-Christian Scandinavia. And that it's just our sources don't do a very good job in representing those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
These
Atreus,
guys
please.
have to reach with that poke attack.
I know, right? Please give me health. Ah, Atreus. Honestly.
Useless.
What is the point of having a boy if he's not actually gonna, like, do half the things that I want him to.
Boy.
Freeze this guy solid. Freeze this guy solid. Oh good, you're basically dead.
That damage, though.
Wait, he's so slow. Oh god, it's actually frustrating. Well, we did it. Let's try it. More power this time. And more of the random, like, stuff.
A symbol of the light that binds all realms together.
Dust of
Strange
realms.
rooms, though.
Now you mention it, he wouldn't. Hmm.
Oh yeah, did we not activate these? We should activate these.
Well, worth a shot.
Oh, are these the Niflheim ones?
Yes, I think so.
Whatever.
Oh,
Whatever.
wait, yeah, you need one more cipher.
Yeah. I've got all the Muspelheim ones, but none of the, or only 3 of the Niflheim ones. Which, of course,
Another
they
thing.
separated Hell and Niflheim. Again. Like most
Yeah.
things do. Sad.
Yeah.
Sadly.
That's like the prevailing. It's like the prevailing
What?
popular and also like neo-pagan House of True conception.
Exactly. I still don't really... I admit don't really know why. Because the
I think
sources
it's
aren't
just-
subtle on this. And they're all consistent, right? They're like... The sources aren't consistent on anything except that Hell is inside of Niflheim.
Right. I think it's just because of the like 9 worlds thing. Like they have to be 9 worlds. Otherwise it's wrong. So what's the 9th world? Ah, it's Niflheim. It's different.
Sure.
And then they just ignore that Niflhell is somewhere deeper in Hell too.
Yeah.
Super Hell.
The Hellier Hell.
Q Doomslayer.
Exactly.
Q Rip and Tear. Meat Hook.
Exactly. What is Hell but even more?
Yeah.
Also, this quest I'm sure would be really annoying if these guys weren't incredibly weak. Cause, you know, we need to... Really, to take these guys out, I need the Blades of Chaos, right? Because that's what
Yeah,
they're
I
weak
mean-
to.
How did this one
Yeah.
captain lead
It's
so
the
many
fire.
We have their
So you have the
loyalty,
range
so
with
they
the Blades of
followed.
Chaos and you don't get like recoiled.
men? You must have
Exactly.
Like you do with the axe.
Why do you think that?
Well, he led all these men to their deaths.
True. But these men chose to follow.
Hmm.
Even good leaders make poor choices. The best take responsibility for them. Remember this.
Indeed. Nice... nice grave here.
Yeah.
I wonder why it's just like up on a pedestal, but that's okay.
It's impressive that the like the herbs in there haven't decayed too.
True.
The body's gone, but not the herbs.
True. I think we've already been through this whole place, so I don't know why I came up here again. One more place. One more side quest, then we'll actually do Tyr's Temple. Because I know there's a lot going on here.
Were you ever a leader?
Many years ago, yes. I led men in battle.
Were you a good leader?
No.
It is complicated.
Did you
But-
ever...
More questions, boy.
That's a
Focus
no.
on the task at hand.
It's not a complicated
Yes,
answer. It's just one word. No.
He was kind of really bad at it.
Yeah.
It wasn't entirely his fault that he was bad at it, but he was bad at it.
True.
Oh, that's a werewolf. Hi, werewolf. Those are scary. Look at those purple.
Oh yeah, it's purple.
Ugh, and the Hellwalkers are up now too. Crap. That's what we consider bad news. We're gonna focus this down the Hellwalkers first, because they're easier. And then I can just break out the Leviathan Axe to go for the round 2 again. I think that's the best call. He was the sore loser, really? Yeah, you're right, Jim. He was. Alright. There's those 3 down. So now we can break out the Leviathan Axe again. And just get back to it.
That was the last ship. I hope the captain will be satisfied now.
Unlikely.
We're just gonna freeze him.
To put these men to rest himself.
But he would have never been able to.
That does not matter to him. Our victory will only remind him of his failure.
Then why do we do that?
And I remember I had to fight like 2 super elite werewolves for one of the Dust of the Realms thing.
Ugh.
It took me like
Grim.
30 tries, and I'm not sure if I'm just bad, but they were just, oh my god.
Ugh. He's comboing me. He comboed me. That was very bad.
Yeah.
Ugh. No. Give me back my chaos. Yep, he killed me. Ugh. And I don't have a revival stone anymore, so we're gonna have to try that again.
I can't believe he caught you with a bite mid
Spartan Rage. That was grim.
That was nuts.
But hey, look, they're they are, however, very no. Ow. Ugh, I definitely blocked that, but that's okay.
These guys with these like dance move attacks.
Yeah. No, have a rock. Ugh. I don't trust these guys. I don't trust these guys at all. Ugh. I mean, at least they're getting how just absolutely terrifying werewolves can be. Ow. Ow.
Yeah.
No, 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 no. Aww.
Oof.
I got hard comboed. I got hard comboed. I miss input. I screwed up in input. I wanted to do the big runic attack instead of what I actually did. So that was on me, because I straight up, like, whiffed the thing I wanted to do. No. Come on. I disagree. I disagree too. I disagree with that too.
Oh, Atreus' wolf thing too.
Oh yeah. Forgot about that. Not that these are actually doing a lot right now, but that's okay. Okay, I am stuck in the corner. Don't love it. Don't love being in the corner. Thank you.
Parry, though.
Thank you. Nay.
Oh my god.
I got so got. Oh, feels so bad. One more try. I believe in us. I believe in us. We can totally do this. Got that parry. I mean, I killed a Valkyrie on the second try. I should be able to do this.
Oh, no shit. Second try.
Second try on the Gunnar. Ah, that was bad. That was very bad. I almost got it first try. I got the classic Valkyrie experience of having exactly 1 HP left.
Yeah.
That was not the button I hit, but that's okay. Whatever. No. Parry that. Parry that. Oh yeah, Atreus, do your thing.
Is that one supposed to like stagger?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
It's not super helpful against these guys, I'm afraid.
Because these guys just don't understand the meaning of the word stagger.
Correct. I blocked that. I blocked that. I blocked. I blocked that. I am not underleveled, Milky. These guys are just super buff. The purple health bar means that these guys are way too buff for me.
Yeah. And just in general, these enemies are just difficult because they don't stagger very easily. They can hit through combos. And they also target track like a motherfucker.
True. And they're stuck. I'm behind both of them right now, and that was scary. Being behind both of them was extremely scary. No, no, no! I blocked that!
It's so bad. Oh my
That
god.
block, that every time these guys hit for like 80% of my health when I have shield up. I hit the button and then they get stun locked. That's the other half of it, right? Is that there is a stun lock, but it just does not. What I should do, actually, is while I've got Atreus right here, I should look at which one I've got equipped for him. Is that here? Yeah, it is. Summons, let's see, wolf, falcons. Maybe we'll just grab that wolf. Maybe we'll just do that. Ugh, no. He moved too slowly and I wasn't able to do the thing. Ugh, no. There we go, got the parry off again, finally. Nate. Rude. Honestly, so rude. No.
Oh.
I'm not dead. Don't worry, we're good. We're good. We got this. Ah, we don't got this. We don't got this. We don't got... No. This is actually quite annoying.
Yeah.
But I'm committed to these guys now. I refuse to give up. I believe in us. Well, we've got plenty of time.
Yeah.
Okay, that was... Excuse me?
He like touched your Achilles heel with the tippity tip of his toenails.
Again. Disagree on all of those. That is the third time it has like done that super quiet juggle. I'm just gonna focus on taking out the smaller one. Right, because if I can bully this guy, then I just have the one to focus on. And I'll still get combo to death, but it'll be less bad. And he drops health.
Oh, nice.
No. No. Excuse me? Mm-mm. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Oh! Excuse me. Excuse me. I dodged. I was clearly mid-roll in that. I disagree. Oh well, so be it. Thank you for lining up for me. Appreciate it. No. I refuse. Don't have that up yet. There it is. Got that up so I can use this to slow him. And now I can beam this guy down off of it. I don't... Come on, die. He's at 1 HP. How is he not dead yet? There it is.
This target tracking though.
There it is, and I got Runic up again, so that should help. He's at
What's
1.
your talisman right now?
Don't remember. I think it's a defensive focused one. Got him.
Ooh, nice.
Thank God for the wolf.
Yeah. Geez.
Random wolf, thank goodness. And thank you for the bless RNG.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Marginalia moment. Yeah, that's a worthy celebration. Enjoy. Spam those Marginalia. Let us fill it with celebrations for our Marginalia moment. While we slowly make our way back. Yeah!
Down there.
What's what down where? And this dude, with the 2 tier 1 gifty subs in celebration. So Jay Pasco and Shadow Eagle, enjoy your emotes. And also Parisian earlier for the 5 months in a row of tier 1. Thank you all so much. Thank you. This has been our Marginalia moment, celebrating our great and glorious victory. It's only moderately painful. Okay, actually, it was quite significantly painful, but that's okay. This is going to be our last side quest we do. We'll save Brock and Sindri favors for later.
My men are...
That's right. We killed...
We
laid them all
to rest. Good save. Good save, Atreus.
So even in death, I am a failure.
But in life, you were honorable, strong-willed, and you inspired loyalty. These are good qualities, aren't they, boy?
Yeah. I couldn't believe how many men followed you here.
Aw.
For your kind
Aw.
words. May your journey have a more pleasant end than mine.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, you're right. You didn't seem very satisfied. I guess you never really get over losing ones you care about.
Never.
Aw. Sad. And Milky with the 5 tier 1 gift subs just to top it all off.
Hey.
Thank you so much. Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
and Wolfie with 5 more.
Hell yeah, guys.
Hype! We got that hype going. Remember, chat, while we are in a hype train, subscriptions and bits will give you bonus emotes. Enjoy, so let us have our glorious hype. We are at a level 4 hype train. Let's see if we can get all the way to the level 5. You blame Russia for the lag? Yeah, prediction, and that seems reasonable right now.
I saw it too.
Freya did say the Jotunheim realm tower was missing from the lake. But maybe only kinda?
Very strange indeed.
Spooky. Let us take a look now at Tyr's temple while we have hype. I believe. What is in here?
Brother, the chisel.
Yes, I think I understood the... Cause... No? Rude. No? Okay, game. Video game, don't troll me like this. There's 1. There's 2. No? Definitely saw the glowy bit, but that's okay. And... there's 3. Alright, got it this time. Let's go. Tyr's temple.
Wow. I can't believe we're setting foot in Tyr's vault.
It's very,
Another one of these. It's Tyr, but...
there seems to be a panel gone here.
Wait, I thought Tyr was a god, not a giant.
Ah, but he was the giants.
Well, no,
For me, he was the only
No.
one they gifted with their special sight. Hey, I wonder if the giants left a triptych about me somewhere too.
no, well, Tyr might be a giant. There's a definite maybe on that. Because they
Actually, come look. Let me
cannot...
That is not necessary.
You've taught me so much.
Oh, come on.
Let me teach you something.
Come on, Kratos. Be fine. Be cool about it.
Learn something.
Be cool about it.
Atreus.
Come on. You already speak it. Learning to read won't be that hard.
This place is super
I
cool.
know how to read, boy.
Yeah.
Just not this tongue.
You're halfway there already then. Okay. So the river
You're-
represent a lot of different things. Some gods.
No.
Some animals.
No.
Wait,
Some... Oh, am I going too fast? Sorry.
not that. You smell something.
We're gonna try this later. Be a cool dad.
Smells like rain?
Oh. Would you look at that?
Ruined everything. I earned that fucking hammer.
Sure.
But now, everyone's gonna think I only got it because Magni's gone.
Uh-huh.
Be a joke. Boy, if I keep
And position with the 5 tier 1 gifties to finish off level 4.
Woo!
Woo!
Hell yeah, guys.
Hell yeah.
You dumb. That your father's doing? Or did you get it from your mum? She's stupid and ugly.
That's alright, we're good. Nope, come on. Kratos.
Know anything about
Come on, Kratos.
Oh, it's true. But I'm gonna get to know you really well. You're
Come on.
my new brother. Right after I finish killing your father.
Spartan Rage! He just...
Whoops. I think I broke him.
Let us show him how this is done.
Yeah.
Stay back.
Oh, you... Come on. Yeah, that was your mistake.
This isn't over.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Coward.
Brother, the boy.
Well,
He did just get gut punched by Spartan Rage
You
Kratos,
have to
though.
get him to
that's not nothing.
no other way.
I would run away too.
I would also run away. Also, you know, your unbeatable lightning attack, he just, like, powers through it.
Yeah.
Like an absolute champion.
It's hilarious. Spartan Rage is Kratos' dad's.
Well, I suppose we'll stick him in the boat and we'll go, like, do the thing.
Take the boat. Freya's isn't far.
Yeah, I only sort of
Let's
remember
swim.
where it's at. I only sort of remember where it is. We did a lot of random side questing. Also, yeah, he absolutely just tried to use Spartan Rage, despite being only partially Spartan, and this went poorly for him.
Also, you know, he's like young and
Also, you know,
still was sick.
wrong
for
direction.
years.
What direction is the correct direction? I thought I was going the right way. Fine. Yeah, I thought it's through the cave right over here.
It's between the two towers. I
Yeah. Okay, so I was just I went very slightly off course. And Grail's freaked out. Alright. We did get a spicy take coming off of Wolfie just now.
Odin's eye is on you, brother. Especially now that you've taken to killing his kin. Freya's forest is a blind spot for him. This is your smartest
yes.
move. If anyone can heal him, it's her.
What is happening to him?
I've seen it in mortals. Some conflict of the mind expresses itself as an ailment
Well,
of
let
the
Mimia
body.
finish talking.
But a god believing himself mortal. I can only imagine. We're almost there.
Okay. So, what does Rudy's thing say about Tyr? Because Tyr has a disagreement in our sources as to whose his parentage is. Because the Prose Edda says very clearly that Tyr is Odin's soner.
Right.
But the Poetic Edda says equally clearly that Tyr's father is the Jotun Hymir.
Right.
So,
He must be the-
what does Rudy actually say about it?
I'm pulling it up now.
Somebody just called the serpent.
Yeah. So I'm sure that's going to ruin the... I'm sure that's going to mess up the lake levels. The weather reflects Kratos' internal struggle and worry, and Mimir's concern. Yes, it absolutely does.
Oh boy, Tyr gets a page and a half in Rudy.
Tyr gets a page and a half. Wow.
For how little there is about him, that's impressive.
I know, because he's, like, in, like, 4 sources.
The old Scandinavian name for the Germanic.
He is shaking.
It's serious.
Huh.
We must hurry.
Yeah, they're just talking.
Yeah. Germanic out of the Sky, War and Council, CT Waz. Old High German Ziu, who is the only Germanic god who was already important in Indo-European times. Old Indian Diaos, Greek Zeus, Latin Jupiter, as well as the Old Indian Deva, Old Irish Dia, Latin Day, Old Norse Tivar. Gods are all closely related etymologically to each other.
I disagree with that take so much. I disagree with that take so much. You'd love to see it. Alright, so my spicy take is I'm going to fight Rudy Seamack on this.
Oh my god, a battle. A battle for the ages.
True nature fights within him.
So, right, I think there's actually not a lot of evidence to indicate that, right, while Tyr's name is the generic word for God in Indo-European languages, there is not very much evidence to indicate that Tiwaz was actually seen as a direct cognate to Jupiter, Zeus, or Deus Pater, to go all the way back to the Indo-European. It's just a god named God is not evidence of all that much.
No magic in all the 9 realms can create a blaze. As for the dead, your frost axe will be useless. You'll need to find something else.
Wait, did they just say that there's no fire in hell?
Then I must
Yeah.
return home.
Did they just say that?
And that no fire can persist in hell because it's so cold.
Right. So Hermother visiting Hell's Hall and finding Baldur sitting,
And he needs his father.
Around the fire.
just sitting at the head of the table with that nice cheerful blaze.
This rune opens the bridge to Helheim. When you are there, do not under any
Yeah.
circumstances cross the bridge of the damned. There is no road back. Understand?
Boy,
Himmele. You must hurry. Through my garden there's a path leading to my boat. Take it. Return home. Dig up your past. Do whatever you need to do.
Thank you, Freya.
Bring me back the Bridgekeeper's heart, and your son may survive.
We're gonna meet the Bridgekeeper. Ooh, this is gonna be fun.
Freya. When last we spoke, I was...
No. You were right.
Aw,
to distrust the word.
character development.
No need to explain. Not to me, not for that.
Character.
Keep him safe. That's a mother's promise.
Character development.
Yeah. The next section of Rudy has is okay though.
Okay. What's the next section of Rudy?
So the next section says, despite his early importance,
You all right, brother?
I will do what I must.
yeah,
Leave
you
me be.
do the thing.
Do the thing. Okay, keep talking.
Okay, despite his early importance, Tyr is relatively unimportant in the Old Norse mythology of the Eddas, although he is repeatedly mentioned in the younger Eddic lays, Lokasenna 38 and 40, Heimskvida, Sigurdrifarmal,
Yep.
etc. Snorri names him frequently as one of the more important of the Aesir. However, even he has little more to say about Tyr except that he was the god of war in battle, Gylfaginning and Skaldskaparmal. That he lost his right arm while fettering Fenrir, and that he will fight against the wolf Garmr at Ragnarok.
Yes.
Tyr stands outside the usual bonds of relationship of the Aesir, which are normally so carefully given. There is no indication that Tyr had a wife, except for an unimportant reference in the Lokasenna. Okay. And it is even unclear who his father was. Heimskvida calls Tyr a son of the giant Hymir, because the gods are descended from the giants, ? And Snorri calls him a son of Odin's, because nearly all the gods are sons of the Allfather Odin, according to Snorri. Little more to be found than hints of Tyr's role as god of war. On the other hand, he must have played a more important role at some stage, as is clear from the plural of his name Tivar, meaning gods, as well as the fact that in skaldic poetry his name could be used as the basic word in kennings for other gods, especially for Odin, like Hraptatyr. This proves that his name originally, but still in Viking times, could simply mean god.
Yes. Alright, most of that's fine. And now we get Kratos actually having backstory.
Get out of my head.
Come on, Athena. Give us useful information. Hi, Athena. Come on.
Just sitting there ominously.
Just sit there ominously, why don't you? Thank you.
She's so spooky looking though.
She's so spooky.
statue with glowing eyes.
It's great. This dude, I think you are correct that the rune, Tiras, or Tyr, does show up in a lot of contexts. I don't know if there's been a fully systematic study of the appearances of the rune, but I know like there's some in like Repton that have it carved there. It's one of the few hints of evidence of like individual runes doing something. For the most part, I don't buy that that's a thing, but there's a few cases where either Tyr's name or other like weapon charms seem to like emphasize that rune particularly.
Yeah.
It's annoying. Archaeological evidence is so hard to deal with when it comes to runes.
Yeah, for sure. It's extremely esoteric. I know that one of the main linkages between the is it in Halvamal or Sigurdrifamal that says carved Tyr twice?
Sigurdrifamal.
Sigurdrifamal. It says carved Tyr twice, and so we find a sword handle with just one Tyr rune. So we're halfway there.
Halfway there. They got stuck halfway. They only wanted to kind of win.
That's when the battle started. He got through one. And then
Exactly.
It was time to go.
Hey, get the heck out of here. You're not welcome.
Yeah, there's more on Tyr, of course. It's not as valuable though. Like there's the thing. Oh, Tyr also plays a role in rune magic. Woo!
Rune magic. And
then indications of a cult of Tyr in particular in certain place names in Denmark.
Yeah.
Which, yes, but also no. Place name, sure. Cult of Tyr?
Yeah, there's just so... I don't know. Those are, of course, really hard to deal with, because... Place names.
Place names.
Place names, like, universally... kinda are really irritating as information. Because they're definitely important, but they contradict everything so often.
Yeah, and they're just so hard to like verify how old they are because
Exactly.
Of course, you can find maps and things and records of like travels and things like that that go back. I don't know. Usually they're late medieval or
Yeah, you
modern.
can get early modern quite regularly.
Yeah,
But
like how do you trace that back to pre-Christian Viking Age cult?
Exactly. Apart from just kind of asserting it and then it shall be.
Just letting it hang ominously.
Yeah, what is it? Someone has a big study on, like, Papar place names in Iceland. And, like, a good chunk of the ones in the East Fjords date to the 16th century.
Yeah.
I was like, well, shit, there's one of our big pieces of evidence for Irish monks in Iceland. And it's early modern referring to Irish merchants.
Yeah. Yeah.
So... whatever do.
What do?
Oh. First things first. We have to deal with the Blades of Chaos ruining our arms even more.
It's for our son.
We believe. God, they're so cool. They're so cool.
Brutal looking. I love them.
Ooh.
Yeah, man, they made them look so great for this game.
Yeah. So, Solaria, question, is that a mystery cult or a cult, or the pre-Christian Norse do cults entirely different? So, when they're saying cult here...
There's nowhere you can
Yeah.
hide, Spartan.
Shush,
Put
Athena.
as much distance between you and the truth as you want.
Shush. Stop talking. I wanted to talk about cults.
Pretend to be everything you are not. Teacher, husband.
Hey, he was all of those things. I'm gonna burn my own house down.
Unavoidable truth you will never escape. You cannot change. You will always be a monster.
Yeah, I mean, that's known. We gotta talk about monstrosity then.
But
Yay.
I am your monster no longer.
That's right, motherfucker.
Burn our house down! Let's go.
Hell.
I am so ready.
Let's see what those blades do.
God, they're so fun.
It's so good.
They're so immediately great.
Yeah. Start burning guys to cinder. Oh, the AoE.
And you can just chain
Yeah.
hook people.
Fucking scorpion.
Immediately excellent.
Yeah, so generally when we use
Yeah. Do you mind talking about cults while I fight people?
yeah, while you fuck shit up, yeah.
Yeah.
So cult, when we use the word cult in pre-Christian religions of the North, it's not like the kind of idea either of a modern cult or especially not like a mystery cult like you would get in ancient Greece or Rome. It's literally just kind of the word for a religious community, basically, or some sort of institutionalized is a strong word, but like a reified in some way organization devoted to a deity or deities. So it's just another way to say like a pre-Christian religion, but because the idea of one pre-Christian religion has long since fallen out of favor, even back when Rudy wrote this in 1986.
Something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. This is the updated version, but it's pretty old. We don't have another Old Norse dictionary really. There's Lindau, but
Yeah, Windows is 02, but Windows is 02. It's not.
yeah, it's not. So even back then though, there was recognition that it was old pre-Christian religions of the North were very decentralized. You couldn't speak of Old Norse religion like you can speak of Christianity. These were not universal religions. Different regions held different gods in higher regard than others. They were class organized in the sense of like farmers would pray to a god like Freyr or Thor for weather and prosperity, protection, etc. Maybe merchants would also pray to Thor for protection and travel, things like this. And these to bring it back to place names.
I'm unsurpassed in keeping confidence.
Mimir, I understand you need to talk.
You know where to
I know,
find
yeah,
me.
he's a
And for the
chatty
record,
boy.
I'd already guessed you were Greek. Athena, dead giveaway.
Like, I know you need to fill the space, but like, we're trying to talk here.
I know, right? Yeah. So Wolfie, it's more like the other way around, kind of like all pre-Christian, non-universal, local folk religions probably had local deities, local land spirits with names and outside, typically like outside in nature, places of worship and devotion. So like a cult of saints is sort of just the extension and masking of that idea into the Christian religion.
Sort of, yeah. Sometimes.
Sort of.
Sometimes.
Not directly, but I mean, like, it fulfills the same function, the local
Exactly.
regionalism of it. And later on, it became, of course, the purpose for pilgrimage sites.
Exactly. And, right, there is evidence, I think, mostly in, like, England, where, right, the pilgrimage sites were deliberately built on top of, like, pre-Christian sacred sites.
I know from quality. And them special. Hey, where's the little turd?
He was falling ill.
No. What happened? Aesir?
Not quite.
The fault is mine.
Aw, he looks...
My responsibility.
God, I mean, the animators in this, how on earth do you make...
We all gotta take responsibility sometime.
How do you get so much expression out of a 3D model?
I can do things.
It's that motion
Freaking
tracking. You have
infinite...
stuff all over their faces too.
Exactly.
This is enough.
Like, this is all just Christopher Judge just being a really good actor.
True.
But I mean, yeah, of course, the mapping of that to the animated Kratos is amazing.
Right. I mean, getting eyeballs in video games is wildly difficult. And then they just, like, nailed it. Okay, first things first, Leviathan Axe, upgrade. More damage, I believe in us. And then second, Blades of Chaos. I need Chaos Flames. Sad.
Yeah, Magistricia, I didn't want to compare directly with the idea of a mystery cult, because mystery cults also had, or at least we know that mystery cults also had this idea of like progression into the like inner priesthood and like the inner sort of confraternity of devotion to this this or that deity, and you would like progress through layers of esotericism sort of until you became like, you know, a fully initiated person. There's no evidence for that. Like it could have been that case, but we just have literally no evidence to go off of. So
Yeah. Unfortunately, we are working off of extremely little, and neither the law codes nor the what is it? Neither the law codes nor the sagas suggest anything of the sort. So, it's just like,
no, yeah.
what do you do with that?
The closest thing you could, I guess, like very, very stretchily extrapolate would be like some of these saga heroes who are like sort of champions of this or that god.
Yeah.
Like Hrapkel Freysgodi, literally.
Sure. But
known as the chieftain or priest of Freyr, and then Eir was like a sort of devotee of Odin. But like these are not indicative of this sort of like initiatory structure of like a mystery school. It's more just like Eir was a warrior poet who knew runes and thus was sort of patronized or symbolically patronized by Odin as he's understood in the culture.
Yeah. And right, the problem with like using Hrapkel as an example there is that like as early as the 1940s, we're like, wait, this is super fictional.
Yeah, Hrapkel is of course very early on.
Right, Sigurd the Nordahl was like, wait, none of this is real. This is 100% a fiction.
This is literally a novel.
Yeah. Well, we just finished buying the Leviathan Axe upgrades.
Nice.
Nice.
Pretty early, but I think I remember that happening too. It doesn't take that long, because now you have the Blades of Chaos, so...
Exactly. There's plenty of other things to be spending money on.
Yeah, Magistrate, anytime you're doing comparative religions, or it's okay to use these kinds of comparisons for tools, as tools to like learn things and to have conversations, but just you always have to understand like they're never going to be the same across that much time and distance, or even a little bit of time and distance, because everything is a lot shakier than we might think.
Exactly.
Do the runes on the upgraded blades mean anything or nonsense like the axe?
I mean, I don't have the upgraded blades to look at yet, but on the axe, they're absolutely nonsense. I mean, I don't think we can get a good angle on it to look. You know, let's photo mode. Since we just updated it, let's see if these have suddenly started meaning anything. I mean, that's upside down, but still JNMOS, another S. H something G.
Yeah, because I think last time, or well, 2 streams ago, we pulled up.
Yeah.
We had the
Oh, good.
For the.
It's the right way around this way.
Okay, we pulled up the HD picture of it though, and we determined it was not. And isn't there like there was something in there that was just literally just a Latin letter?
Yeah. I don't... Let's see if I can look at that now with the Elder Futhark guide, because I'm still bad at... I will tell you, this stream has made me a hell of a lot better at reading Elder Fulark.
Yeah, for sure.
But still, it's JN. So that's not a good start. JN is not a JNM. JNM is not a good start for making sense.
No.
Just generally not how that works. That's not a cost.
Now,
Icelandic
Frey's given us the
likes
travel rune to Helheim. It should be on the
clusters,
table.
but they don't like travel cluster or consonant clusters that much. Interesting. Okay, so let's take a look at Helheim here. Muspelheim, Niflheim. Asgardr, Svartalfheim, Helheim.
Hell. And it's done.
Pet peeve. Hell, not Helheim.
Yeah.
Pet peeve. Small detail, but one that I will always be annoyed by.
Yeah, I'm looking at these Blade of Chaos pictures. And the fully upgraded one does have runes on the front part of the blade.
Incredible.
But again, they look like just gibberish, especially because two just look like they're not even runes. One looks like a wibbly wobbly K, and then one looks like a N rune that somebody just like went woo with the cross part on it.
That's exciting. Let me take a look at these. Oh, sorry for loud buzzing noises. They do love their rumble effects on
Yeah.
everything. Pretty much just everything. Let's take a look at these. Fully upgraded Blades of Chaos says in S, a H, in M, in O, in N, a G, and a right, because that's the variant S rune again. And then you're right, I'm not sure what that last one is.
Yeah, no, it sort of looks like a K or an X or something. It's really weird.
But exactly.
But then yeah, like S H.
Yeah.
Like maybe Hegel has. M. So
O
we got
and G.
Schmong.
Schmong.
We figured it out. Schmong.
Incredible.
Schmong.
Remember, we could read it. We could read it right to left. It doesn't help us in any case.
Let me take this moment to tell you that what you are about to do is absolute.
Gomhus.
Not even Odin can survive this cold. So
I like Schmong. I think it's Schmong.
Schmong. All right.
Is this the bridge Freya spoke of?
no, we're still on the realm travel bridge. We're after the Bridge of the Damned. The dead use it to cross into their permanent home, the city of Helheim. The bridgekeeper who minds admission, he's the one we want.
Here.
Follow
The
thread,
SS
it'll
Schmong.
lead us straight to him. You know, I really hope never to see this place again.
What do you mean, he game? There is a known keeper of the bridge to hell, and he ain't here.
Nope.
Let's see if they at least get the name right, and it's just misgendering. Alternatively, it's completely made up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the latter.
It's almost certainly the latter, because that seems to be this game's modus operandi, but
It's like a 60s Batman sound effect. Schmong! He throws a batarang and it like knocks some dude's knife out of his hand. Schmong! No, it is not Reisfelger.
nope. We will see Reisfelger here, though, I believe.
I think so, yeah.
God, this is so
Yeah, he's sitting off in the distance.
so unbelievably satisfying.
Oh yeah, you just...
The Blades of
knock
Chaos.
his around.
The Blades of Chaos are unbelievably fun.
Yeah. No,
Like
they
the
made them
Leviathan
feel
axe,
so good.
the Leviathan axe is good, but we all know the Blades of Chaos are more fun.
Especially when you get some of the runic attacks for these babies. Ooh.
Ooh, baby.
Oh, nice parry.
Thank you.
Yeah, the big eagle is Vice Velga. Corpse Swallower.
Yup.
All wrong. Only the newly dead should be
Except,
too many.
despite having a really
The gate
epic
must be
name,
closed, and if the gate's
he's
closed,
responsible
then it's
for a
true.
powerful
Hell's
wind,
full
because he just sits there and
Without the
blows.
Valkyries,
Yeah.
Or
what we call
flaps
them,
his wings, rather.
hell is overwhelmed.
Huh? What does any of that sentence mean? Without the Valkyries to cull the dead, hell fills up?
Yeah.
They are making some choices about how afterlives work.
Yeah, it's because the Valkyries aren't there to bring, like, these stronger dead who are probably the ones coming back as Hellwalkers and Droigar and whatever that were fighting in Midgard. Because the Valkyries aren't there to, like, sort them out. All of the dead are going to hell, and this is making it, like, crowded. But
Okay.
yeah, that implies there's a couple of afterlives, I guess.
Which is fair.
Which is fair, yeah.
The prose idea is very clear that there are 3 of them.
Yeah. Good, bad,
The prose exactly. The prose
Also
idea
bad.
is wrong, but you know it's very clear on it.
yeah.
I love that our Ibn Fadlan plus some of our archaeological evidence gives just a totally different picture from the
Yeah.
no, go away. Right, because all of those are talking about like, oh hey, like what if we have like a straight up other world with like marked doorways that you can just kind of access that does stuff.
Well,
And
once you've been, I guess, aggressively assaulted by many men and are on drugs and very drunk.
yeah,
And then you get lifted over the doorway, and then maybe you can see what's inside.
yeah, but it's not like that's the only account of like a carved doorway in a runestone we have.
No, no.
But right, none of that
They killed
is
the
congruent
Reaper.
with Hell
They came here.
or
How
Valhalla.
did they return so quickly?
No, and it
Doesn't
doesn't
look
say,
the same
you know,
between all
that she's
realms,
looking to
especially
hell
where
or
the spirit
Valhalla.
world is concerned.
Exactly.
The light of Alfheim.
Just that she's seeing the other
opposite
side,
fact.
or
The
it's
Lake of
implied,
Souls
rather.
feels faster than Alfheim time, but Hell is much slower than Midgard. Sorry, I'm sure that's confusing.
If we will be back to my son all the sooner, that is good.
Ah, aren't you a quick study?
Oh, there was a
Interesting.
spicy take. Okay.
We got another spicy take redeemed. We do. Okay. So I suppose to continue going, this would be a spicy take to just be like, yeah, all of the afterlives, literally all of the sources described is wrong. That'd be a spicy.
Yeah.
So let's keep going with that. Basically, the prose edda describes that there are 3. That there is Folkvanger, where Freya selects some of the dead to go to. There is Hell, where the old and the wicked go to, and there is Valhalla, where the dead that Odin chooses go. The thing is, there's like no other evidence to indicate Folkvanger is actually like believed in.
No.
There's literally nothing, and the evidence for Hell and Valhalla is actually quite, like, they're both about equal quality. Right, so we have, like, the Eddic poem Helreith Brynhildar, which is relatively late, I think older than, like, Haukonarmal, or some of those other skaldic poems.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, younger than those. I think it's, like, 11th century, so it's actually quite young. Okay,
Yeah.
there we go. But you do get other ones where it's like, oh yeah, Valhalla is the primary elite afterlife, whatever. So it's, I mean, for lack of a better word, it's neat.
Wow, neat. There's also the oddly specific afterlife that girls who die as virgins get to go be Gevyon's handmaidens.
True. Just a throwaway line. Never elaborated on.
Nope. Chad Snorri just says that and then refuses to elaborate. And
Exactly.
or rather, dies,
Doesn't-
gets axed.
Gets axed in the face multiple times. But right, there's also an afterlife that is completely absent from the written sources that seems very real, and that is the idea that you access, instead of it being like a place that you travel to, it is an other world that you like cross over a carved or symbolic doorway in order to access. This appears in Saga evidence as well, so right, we get like in Laxdala Saga. We
Wait.
what?
We do? What?
I mean,
Laxdala?
when the friend, or when the what's his face, dies, and he goes like, "Oh yeah, bury me in the threshold." Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Just super quiet. Hey,
Yeah, just like a cool...
a super quiet little mention of it existing, but it does.
Yeah, but it's kind of like the kind of reference that implies like a wider knowledge.
Exactly.
Cultural knowledge of this sort of tradition. There's also, of course, the whole bog thing. Water is like
Also bogs. Yes.
a portal to the other world. Tons of sacrifices, both of objects, broken swords, various other treasures that were like ritualistically broken before being deposited, and of course bodies, sacrifices of people,
Yep.
or potentially like prisoner executions. We're not really sure,
Valhalla.
Agreed.
Is it within hell?
but a lot of them have, for instance, like their throats slit and like are weighed down with stones, like to keep them down there, probably.
Yeah.
Hell is for those who die in dishonor.
Okay.
Oh God.
Criminals.
Aye. And those dead of disease, mishap, age.
It is dishonorable to grow old.
Well, never too late to go out fighting, I suppose.
Oh boy. Oh boy, Mimir with a spicy take here.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the evidence for, right, there's a handful of sagas that have old people being super concerned about the fact that they have grown old. And then
Yeah.
for the rest of it, everyone is like, no, obviously growing old is fine. What are you talking about? You're crazy.
Yeah. And it's like this exchange is funny because it does point out the absurdity of this kind of dichotomy that's in sort of the
That climb there could lead us
sort of
out.
in the sources,
Reach
but
it.
it's also in like the popular conception that there's hell or Niflhel and then Valhalla, and one is good and one is bad.
Yeah.
And you go to hell if you die of sickness or old age, like some sort of inglorious, humble death.
Yep. And, I mean, that is what Snorri says explicitly. But, yeah. On the flip side, there's plenty of people who should not be going to hell who end up in hell anyway. Notably, Baldur.
Yeah, it's like what?
Notably Baldur.
Notably Baldur, the most beloved of all the gods.
Who was slain,
He was slain, yeah.
and therefore, according to Snorri's own logic, should be in
Should be, yeah.
literally anywhere else. But no.
But no.
He ends up in hell, where her mother has to, like, negotiate with, honestly, a fairly chill goddess in order to try and get him out.
I know, you think she'd be like very scary and very cold and unforgiving, but she's like, yeah, okay, you just gotta make everything cry.
And then her dad ruins everything.
Dear old dad.
And then he just ruins absolutely everything because he feels like it. Just fabulous to
There's,
see, honestly.
Yeah, Peter, to address that interesting inconsistency, that the best warriors who never lose technically don't get to go to Valhalla.
Yeah.
In Heimskringla, which is also argued to be written by Snorri.
Circumstantial evidence,
Killing the
but
bridgekeeper helped
we take it.
Yeah, we take
I
it.
don't expect it will. Though I don't suppose it will make
It
things
says
any worse
that
either.
Odin started the
There'll be one
tradition
less
of,
obstacle
because he
for
was
the
just,
living to
old
reach
and
the inner
powerful
sanctum
and
of Helheim.
never lost a battle.
Mad enough to go there.
So on his deathbed from old age, he has himself stabbed with a spear or marked with a spear. Like maybe it's not like a mortal wound instantly, but so it's like enough that he goes to his own hall in the weird humanized, strangely.
God, I love Englinga Saga. It's so dumb.
it's so dumb. It's like weird God Kings fan fiction stuff.
Trojan, refugee, sorcerer.
Yeah. Yep. And so it starts a tradition, and Njothr, the next king who rules after Odin, also has himself marked on his deathbed from old age to go to this sort of more glorious paradise. I mean, it's only a paradise if you're like a rage berserker guy.
Oh, honestly, yeah. As an afterlife, it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Though, I mean
it's
a poem like how
even if you're a warrior, it's like, okay, it might be fun for like a couple of days, but then like, man, every day you gotta just go die.
Yeah, a poem like how
Spectre of the
Mal.
damned.
Ooh,
And there's the keeper, making sure the dead are really dead.
ooh, hello, friend.
What is that he holds?
That totem contains a powerful source of magical energy, the very power of
Hello,
Helheim
other
itself.
friend.
And what you want is his heart.
Uh-huh.
Just take it and we can leave.
All right,
Start some trouble. You can do that, right?
we're very good at that. That's like our one job. But let's see. Like how Mal has a slightly different take on what Valhalla looks like, where it's just a lot chiller. Like it's just a feast hall.
Yeah.
And then a little bit less of the constant go murder people, and more of just, go settle in. Because we're going to be here for the long haul.
Right.
Alright, now who's the troll they've got for this?
Yeah, let's see the name.
Oh, Mighty Helson. Or Strength Helson? Ow.
Yeah, what the hell?
That is not how that works. But that's okay. Do you mind looking up who the name of the actual Keeper of the Bridge is?
Yeah. Can I remember off the top of my head? No.
No.
It's a cool name, though.
It is. I disagree. Game. Cool. We're just gonna heal ourselves up with punching people? Oh, well this?
So, Bayek gives Mod good, which I'm assuming
Yes.
is Modguður.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's who it is.
I'm gonna look that shit up, actually. CMEC.
Give me heal stone. Give me another heal stone. Okay. What?
Ah, okay, so it's Modguður with a long O. Furious battle.
Makes sense. Gotta love all those battle names.
Yeah.
Ow. Once again, please stop. Please stop hitting me with.
Matt Helson, yeah.
Yeah, instead we get Matt Helson, which is wild.
I think that name is so stupid I blocked it from my memory because I just had no idea what it was going to be coming up to this, and I beat the game twice.
Yeah, I forgot too, because oh boy is it bad. Okay, I dodged that. I disagree. But that's alright. At least he's not actually very strong, right?
Yeah, you're taking some hits and it's not putting you down like the werewolf did.
Exactly. I feel like if you're doing like any optional content, then he's like just not that scary. Though. Ah, lame. Give me another healstone. I want it. Well, that was almost cool of him. God, Mulgud would be so much cooler as a fight, right?
Oh yeah.
Mulgud's actually like so cool, cause one, good name for a boss fight.
Yeah.
Mighty Battle, honestly a fabulous name for a boss fight.
Yeah.
And secondly,
Yeah, Motur is just like an alternate version of Maltyr, so just Mighty Maltiger.
yeah,
Mighty Son of Hell, except with short one S.
yes. Wait, no, actually just incorrect. Sorry, it's not short an S, it's just wrong. Because it would be Heljarson, wouldn't it?
yeah, you're right.
Oh good, you're dead. Goodbye. It's just just straight up grammatically incorrect. Cause hell is a feminine noun.
Yep.
Ooh. Ooh, brutal.
Now the heart, brother. You'll have to get your hands dirty.
I'm not exactly worried about that.
I know, we just skewered his eyes.
We just stabbed his eyes out. I think I'm not worried. Oh, stop looking so tired, Kratos. This one wasn't even bad. Also, shoutouts to the eagle in the back for being extremely chill.
It's not even worried.
Like, not even a little bit bothered about it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
Hell, genitive, Heliar, dative, Helu.
Yep. Now we need an ice cold take. It was a few minutes ago, but I was in the middle of a fight for the last 10, so I don't care.
That's alright.
Yep,
As long as it gets...
exactly.
eventually.
It got redeemed. Looks like we have 2 ice cold takes.
2?
I see... Hang on.
I have the heart.
Yeah, cutscene, you'll have to wait. No, there's only 1. Okay, we're good.
Okay.
Nothing more.
Better not to linger here, though, eh?
Yeah, let's talk about Zeus first.
Kratos. Zeus.
Zeus?
Turn me around, I want to see it.
My father.
Your father was Zeus? Well, that explains a lot.
Uh-huh.
What is that place?
Never go there.
Uh-huh.
Understand?
Uh-huh. Sure. That's gonna go great until we go there.
How is he here?
Yeah.
That is not possible.
It's just an illusion. Hell's known for torturing its inhabitants with their own past. We should focus on getting back to your son.
That's not how Hell works, but that's, well, you know, I'll give the game that one. If we accept Hellwraith Brynhildar as our super useful source. Hello, bird. In that, you know, that's a poem, if anyone doesn't know, where the deceased Brynhildr, after burning herself on Sigurdar's funeral pyre, is on a wagon going to Hell when she gets stopped on the way by...
That lock needs a gust of Hell's wind to open it.
Well, by a random troll who sits on her burial mound and just, like, roasts Brynhildr for the entire poem. Which is very funny.
Mm-hmm.
I love that poem, because just does not care. The hardest of roasts. But that's about the closest we get to Hell torturing someone for their past.
Yeah. Shh. Ain't supposed to be here. It's cold.
No shit.
Quick, give me your blades.
Why?
Yeah, I said I'd help you, and I aim to. Come on.
Okay. Luckily, we absorbed all the blood.
My equipment's in Midgard. Be right back. Yeah. You don't suppose he'd nick those, do you?
Nah.
There. Now they're ready for the winds of hell.
Cool.
Just target this magical glowy bit here with your blades and throw.
Alright. 1. We've got these. Uh-huh.
Now target that wind trap with your blade. See that? Now you can absorb and release the winds of hell whenever it damn pleases. So you're welcome, and I believe. This place is cold enough to freeze a pair of blades.
Cool. Now, we need...
I sometimes wonder if there was once some sort of accident in his brain.
We have been away too long.
Now then, we need to figure out our spicy take here, or our ice-cold take here.
Ice cold.
We are in Hell. What's just, like, the worst take you've heard about Hell?
I mean, I guess the one you mentioned earlier. I mean, there's probably a couple, but the one you mentioned earlier about how people always separate it from Niflheim.
True.
And they never mentioned Niflheim, which is like cool.
It is
Sounds
cool.
You should use it.
It's just Hell, but misty.
It's like deeper, mistier Hell.
It's Hell, but more.
It's Hell, but more. But let's see what else about Hell. Let's just ice cold.
Yep. I mean, I suppose we could, like, Nidhugger would be an interesting choice here. In our realm of ice cold stuff. The problem is that there's a person at the or there's a very evil looking dragon at the bottom. And that is bad news.
Yeah, because Hell is beneath the roots of Yggdrasil.
Yeah, it is. Specifically, Naustrand is.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
Naustrand is like corpse beach.
Corpse beach, yeah. Strand of slain corpses.
Exactly. Interesting. I want this here. No? Let me have it. Oh. Well, that didn't work quite how I hoped it would. There must be another repository somewhere. There's a shiny. I want it. As usual. Oh well.
Yeah, I mean, Wolfie, I mean, a lot of the visual imagination and depiction of Hell, of course, goes back to, like, Dante's brilliant exposition of this tour through Hell. And,
yep.
Of course, through whatchamacallit, the waiting room.
Limbo?
Purgatory, yeah.
Limbo and then Purgatory.
Sorry
yep.
about that. I'm still stuck in what I have.
Yeah, and then of course
This was your
the
father?
heaven.
Now, we should focus on getting out.
We could also have a really excellent ice cold take on comparative mythology.
We could, yeah.
Right. There are some quality poor takes on Norse mythology. Or on comparative mythology here.
Yeah.
Because, of course, we actually heard it a little bit ago of Zeus being Tyr. Right. As if in some meaningful way those are related beings.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's just one of the things that this older philological-based comparative anthropology of religion always seems to do is it'll just like use these old etymologies as if they're ahistorical and that they're just like timeless sources of their own truth, and B, just like that you could just leave them hanging in the air sort of, and it's like they're supposed to be like self-explanatory. Like, yeah, because there's this etymological connection between Tyr and Tiwaz and Zeus and Jupiter and Deus, that these all automatically are therefore like connected, but like not just the word for God, but that you can extrapolate that Tyr was a named god and was a sky god like Zeus.
Yes.
And I forget who made this original OG straight out of Gothenburg take, but it was that Tyr was originally like the supreme god before Odin.
Yeah, I mean, lots of people have made that. De Vries made it, but he wasn't the first to make it. Wait.
Yeah.
Isn't it Jakob Grimm? Isn't it like the OG?
It might be the OG.
I'm pretty sure that's in Deutsche mythology.
Yeah, I think you might be right. It's just been around. Like, if you want to talk about ice cold takes, that's fucking.
That is quality. 150 years stale.
Permafrost, son. But yeah, these kinds of arguments used to just be like all the proof you needed to make these like 50-foot Stretch Armstrong stretches.
True.
And then, people would just be sitting in a room smoking and drinking, and they'd be like, and then they write a book about it, and that's fine.
Honestly. Which I'm always like amazed and amused by it, because the 19th century had simultaneously the best scholarship. Like, there is someone in the 19th century who wrote almost every argument that is now made in 2021. They're probably German, but I know of several people personally who have been hit by the 1877 German scholar curse.
Yeah, I think it was Vidar, right? Who was just like, straight up, he was like, if you think you have a novel idea, a German probably already thought of it 100 years ago. I
mean, Yoav's PhD dissertation, his exact argument was made in 1877, I believe.
Really? Oh my god.
Yeah.
He got
the methodology is new, but the conclusion is very old.
Oh my god.
Which is wild. You love to see it.
You love to see it. But he succeeded.
Nobody
blamed him for it.
Exactly.
He's doing postdoc stuff now. He's okay.
Exactly.
He has a son now. He's doing good.
And honestly, if anyone tried to blame you for it, good luck, because they all have been hit by the same curse.
Yeah. And to be honest, in some cases there is something to be said for reaching the same conclusion with a different methodology, because now
exactly, now two whole methodologies agree.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like the scientific method over 100 years, and just twice or 3 times at most.
Exactly. Interesting. So looks like there's obviously a puzzle here. I just don't know if I can actually solve this puzzle.
Yeah, this one.
Because I've got to hand the Winds of Hell from somewhere.
Yeah, and if you look right behind you,
all across the
This way.
bridge. Sorry, I had to kill a raven.
Yeah, no, yeah, you gotta like, if you turn to your right, there's one like above the stairs down.
Yeah. There's one right there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
you just
there's...
gotta, you
Yeah,
gotta find them all and then chain it. And book
Exactly.
it absolutely perfectly.
it works backwards to this one back here. Which goes back to this one right here. Which goes back to someone. Goes back somewhere. Is there one right here? Yeah, there's one right here. That's a long run.
That
I
is
feel
a
like
long
I feel like that would be just barely makeable. But then I don't know where the... Oh, there's one on the back of the statue. To right there.
Oh,
To... Right here. To... Where's the original? Right, I can't take... To that one. To
I
that
don't remember
one.
it being this long, Jesus.
To that one. But where's the original? Right, where's the one I'm starting with? To that one. Because I can't remove either of these.
Can you? Because the gate's already open.
I don't know, we can try. I feel like one of these will close if I try that.
Because like it shifts the locking mechanism, not the...
True. This was smart of you.
Big brain. That's why I'm a PhD.
Exactly. This is why I'm not. Step 2. Step 3 is the shield. Step 4 is from the shield over to the backside of this statue. Step 5 is from there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're fine.
Nice.
From here, all the way over to here. Step number next is to get all the way over to directly above this. Oh,
Ugh,
I whiffed.
just missed.
Luckily, it didn't go all the way back, it just went back to the last one.
Yeah.
That would be cruel if it was all the way
Oh,
back,
man. Then this would really be hell.
honestly. What?
Damn.
Game?
Is there one in between?
I don't think so. I'm not seeing one. I don't see one. Maybe I can just stand farther back here.
Can you get it from the other side?
It doesn't look like that either. Try from the other side? Icarus is saying that. Alright, can get it from the other side of the ice. Fair enough?
Yeah, maybe we can.
Yeah, you totally
Oh,
can.
you can. Okay. Yeah, it kind of looked like it was blocked from the ice.
Yeah. Still, this isn't a whole... This is like the just enough faster that we need.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
And that is real close. Sheesh.
That falling animation, just standing.
You just stand there. You tank it.
Yeah.
And then it opens up a secret. And you get a... Hee. Our first runic attack for the Blades of Chaos.
And it's like,
Oh, actually, we've got 2 already. We get the Cyclone. No, we just have 2 light ones. We have either Spartan
light
Charge or the Big Cyclone.
you know, the cyclone.
We're
Is,
obviously going for the Big Cyclone. Well, hello. What if You all die. God, it's glorious.
So
Immense. Spin to win. I could take the door from the other one and go back. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. I hear you, Milky. We're just not gonna do that. Cause no thanks.
You made it. Better get home to your boy already.
Yeah, we're working on it. And sadly, we still have no upgrades for the blades, so...
We shouldn't delay, brother. It's straight back to Midgard with that heart.
Yeah. We already delayed. What's a little bit more delaying?
Yeah, it's always funny when there's like these. Oh, you must hurry lest the world come to an end. Like the army is gathered. You're like, hold on, let me just go do like 20 side quests.
Just
Sleep a couple days, you know.
exactly.
Do this last fetch quest, and then I'll save the world.
Ghost of Sparta.
Do
Yeah.
not call me that.
Yeah.
Don't mistake me, brother.
Yeah, exactly. A gallon of milky. My son is dying, but I'm gonna get this cool chest first.
Yeah.
I knew you hate gods, but you really can't stay away from them, can you?
You must say
Sure.
nothing to the boy. He must never know.
He...
Bollocks, brother.
Respectfully.
He has to know. He'll never be whole without the truth.
Okay.
I get it. You hate the gods, all gods.
Especially this god.
That includes yourself, and it includes
Yeah.
the boy. You see that? He feels that. He can't help what he is.
Uh-huh.
He can't begin to help it because you haven't even told him.
Uh-huh.
It's all connected, man.
You will tell him nothing.
Very well.
Luckily, we are going to tell him something, maybe.
Mimir tries to convince us, and then just Freya convinces him.
Yeah, Freya's, I think, a bit better at convincing.
Hey, so you know that shortcut between realms? Well,
Yeah.
I made it better. Or I might have broke some.
We use that.
I know you do. So I took a few gusts from them winds of hell and made it so it ain't just one way. Now you can use it to travel to and from.
Thank God.
Didn't breaks it.
Then we can take it to Freya.
There's an idea, brother.
Thank goodness. Fast travel.
Some kinks to sort out, but
Fast travel actually unlocked, sort of?
Yeah.
Sort of. Emphasis on
Sort
sort of. We're working on it. I think right now, right, the only one that's open is this one because they want us.
Yeah.
They really want us to do plot.
Yeah, they really want you to.
Fine, I guess we'll do plot.
Gentlemen certainly know how to get around.
And Wolfie with 2 more gifted tier 1 subs. Thank you so much.
Right on.
2 tier 1 subs for respectfully.
Yeah.
I mean, fair. Great line, great delivery, super respectfully bollocks. Yay! We can now get out for reasons.
Well, this isn't right. But close enough. He did say there were kinks.
It got
Hurry.
us in the vicinity.
It's right down the street, you know?
Yeah.
Right up the bridge? I don't know.
I don't know.
Saying would be.
The heart.
You have it.
Yes.
Okay, so how is Freya gonna do this magic? Because I'm seeing an awfully low amount of garlic. Soup. I mean, fair.
Back of your hand.
Fair.
He is still ill.
I can break the fever. But to heal,
We must know the truth of what he is.
yes.
It is not
You know Mimir's holding his tongue right now.
Uh-huh. He's trying so hard.
Only problem not.
I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of him.
Did I tell you that I have a son too?
We've met him. He's a terrible person.
Forever since I last saw him. At his birth, the runes foretold a needless death.
Uh-huh.
The babe in my
The,
arms was
the bad dreams foretold a needless death.
so helpless.
It was also his bad dream.
It was also
I knew
his
right
bad
then I would
dreams.
do
But it was not runes, it was just bad dreams.
Sacrifice.
And the CRS. I suppose the CRS doesn't hurt.
Of course, everything I
Or
did,
help.
I did for myself.
One of
I
those.
let my needs,
Uh-huh.
my fears, come before what he needed. And I couldn't see his resentment until it was too late.
Ah, Freya, you almost show self-awareness
Don't
here.
make the same mistake. Have faith in him. I know the truth isn't simple, but nothing is when it involves your child.
And just made heart soup, and this magically makes him better.
It is a curse. The boy has been cursed.
Oh, he didn't even drink the soup. He just, like, huffed the soup.
Smelling salts.
I will not.
Just break the fever by huffing soup.
Huffing demon, hell, guardian, heart soup.
Exactly. Freya's vapor rub. Yep.
Yes, vapor.
For now.
They won't happen again. I promise.
You see that it does not.
Aww.
How much garlic did she use? That one sniff could cure him. A
True.
lot. There's never enough garlic, Villa.
See, Italians and Norse people agree. Never enough garlic. I mean, how else are you supposed to
Freya,
end up with, like,
I
Volsi?
will not forget this.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, how much garlic did it take to reanimate Volsi?
Your father did the heavy lifting. You should stay, recover.
You have done enough.
Hey, hey,
Keeps
hey.
in like a chest with garlic and herbs too, right?
Yeah,
Stays in there. It keeps marinating.
exactly. So does Mimir's head.
That's Vanaheim, isn't it?
You figured that out, did you?
Well,
How does
it
Vanaheim
looks
look?
like Bifrost crystal, and I know that's not what's on the other side of the wall. And, well, it makes you sad.
You are wise for one so young. Yes, this is a window to a home I left long ago. But it is only a view.
Oh,
The thing that
Okay.
happened to you in Alphon, you can't leave Midgard, can you?
A gift from my former
yeah,
husband upon our separation.
Why would
Are
I
those-
trap you in Midgard?
are those jellyfish mushrooms?
Cruelty would be reason enough for him. But as with
Those are
all
jellyfish
rash
mushrooms.
decisions, he's driven by
Yeah, they look like
greed.
anemone.
The Vanir were the greatest threat to the Aesir until our marriage broke her to peace.
Also,
Many
why do you
of
have a
them
kneading
think
pole in
I
here?
betrayed them. The fruits of my sacrifice. To be hated by my own kind.
Oh, she does say it
To
in the
trap me
fuck.
here is to ensure I can never make it right.
I missed
In
the
my
line.
article, she just says that the Vanir viewed this as a betrayal. And in my article, I was like, it's not exactly explained
So I was
why they
wondering,
think. Oh no,
why
sorry,
do
no,
you live under a
I'm
turtle?
fine. I'm safe.
Yeah,
They viewed it as a
He was my
betrayal. It's
first
just
friend
I
here
was
in
wondering.
Midgard.
They never explained
He
why they
offered
viewed
me
it as a
shelter,
betrayal. Like
and
if it
in
was
return I provided
an
him with
unofficial
protection
marriage
against
treaty,
the
or
evils of
Yeah.
the forest.
they were just mad.
Golden
they
boar,
just, I don't know.
turtle?
Right,
sure has some
Mimir I could see being seen as a betrayal because Heinir's freaking useless.
Yeah, he is.
But,
To be honest, that's what I do. Though, they asking all these hard questions about like how to solve complex
Now then,
mytho-geopolitical
before Modi
matters,
so
and I'm just
rudely
like, I'll let other
interrupted
people
us, We
decide.
were just about to explore Tyr's
true,
vault.
honestly, make it someone else's problem.
Find the Black Room.
Yeah.
Boy, do you know the way from here?
Oh, I don't know.
Sure you do, lad. We need a boat.
I don't know. I guess we need a boat.
Okay then.
Glad you're feeling well.
Sad boy hours.
Sad boy hours.
I have a quick like bonus hot take too
Yes.
about the rune.
Give us the
runes
bonus.
foretelling. Like the whole thing Freya said about the runes foretelling. Obviously, Adam mentioned this is incorrect. It says that Baldur had these bad dreams, and then Odin fearing for his son and fearing that it's connected to Ragnarok, goes and resurrects another Vulva Cirrus person, yay, as usual. And then the runes in the modern day have this, where like their primary purpose in modern culture and society is, besides like the classic rune blade or rune weapon, you get runes as a future-telling divination tool. Whereas in the sagas, you get dreams, like in Baldur's Draumr, the dreams of Baldur that reveal his own death. Dream prophesying is way more common in Old Norse Icelandic literature, and you just don't get that sense in popular culture that people get these prophetic dreams.
It's
when it was,
honestly
like,
very
super
sad.
common. Yeah, because it's just cool, you know? And it's a classic. It happens, you know, in the Iliad. Agamemnon gets the dreams.
Cross-culturally
Zeus-
popular.
Yeah, international. Everybody dreams, and everybody knows dreams have weird. It's like a weird pseudo alternate, maybe reality, or it can at least reveal things to you in a way that's viewed as prophetic.
Yeah.
But everybody's just like, nah, the runes, G.
The runes. They do stuff.
They do stuff.
And there's like...
What was it? They do schmong. They schmong.
Yes. Of course. What that stuff is always left, you know, mysterious. By the way, I've got a... You know, we'll actually save it for another hot take here, because this one is one that I'm actually not confident in.
Okay.
So we'll save it for the next hot take redemption.
Okay,
For
we'll work through
another rune-related hot take. I gotta save them all, otherwise I'll run out of hot takes.
I know, right? We had to struggle for those last couple of takes.
Exactly. Oh boy, is this a Valkyrie? This feels like it's a Valkyrie.
Here, boy.
Another cool hogback kissed thing.
Yep.
I do love that stuff. All the details in this game are great.
They are.
Oh.
We're just not
Wolfie
gonna
just
look at it.
redeemed.
There it is. Give me the rune hot take. So, in Havamal, it said that Odin hangs himself from the trees, or from Yggdrasil, in order to learn the secret of runes. My hot take is that translating that as runes as in runes might be a mistranslation.
Really?
Right. I'm not super confident on this because the charms in the next section don't actually, like, reflect that, or don't use the word runar ever. But structurally, it makes more sense to me that it's rune as in hidden knowledge, and hidden knowledge as in the charms that are said in the next section.
Yeah.
So that then discovering runes is just not right?
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Right, but it's using the same meaning of runa as in Vafthrudnismal, where it's clearly hidden knowledge.
Yeah, secrets.
Right, the secrets of the Jötnar.
Yeah. No, that actually makes a lot of sense. It also is kind of further sort of tertiary reinforced, like a soft reinforce, I guess, by the detail that in most literature that is about runes, the word is rarely actually runa.
Yeah.
It's usually
Letters.
Staves.
Yeah.
Letters, characters.
Exactly, it's either explicitly staves or it's just letters.
Yeah.
I wonder how bad of a decision this fight would be.
I don't know. No, it's just
We'll
fine.
give it a try. We'll
We have
give.
to save her.
Think before you
But no,
act.
that's cool because there are, you
Are we
know, there are
prepared to face such a powerful foe?
literary references to
Aye, same
that
here.
use the word runes
If I
to
can't
describe
find it.
like the actual letters that we call runes.
That wasn't the one I wanted.
But much more often it's words like staves. Kara. That's true, Velith. 18 charms fits the time scale that he was not on the noose. There was no noose. He was pinned to the tree. But 9 times 2, so maybe 2 things. Just to make it cinematic and poetic. One at dusk and one at dawn. That'd be a cool paper. You should read that paper.
Ugh, but that involves like actually doing like pre-Christian Norse in like a useful way.
Man, just do what literally everybody else in PCRN studies does. They just, you know, stick to the sources and just sort of speculate.
I mean, fair.
That's
Can't
the
say
cool
I blame
part
them
about,
for
like,
it.
There's a cool part about Terry Gunnell's class was he was just like very encouraging about like questioning all the scholars, even him. And he was like, just see what the texts say, like, and then look at what other scholars say. Because like none of us really know for sure. We're all just drinking scotch and hypothesizing about this shit.
True. Ow. Ah, dang it. I'm gonna have to do this. And try and take care of them this way. Oh, at least I got a health. I got a healthstone off of it at least, so just need to grab that. And now we can maul her again with one of these. Grab another healthstone. Spin to win. Spin to win real quick. I'd actually find that parry really easy to land.
Yeah, yeah. Don't forget Atreus'
Ow.
power.
You are correct. But I'm still in a lot of trouble here.
Yeah, she's... Oh.
There we go, Hellstone. Got the parry. Well, sort of got the parry.
Oh my
Oh.
god. I think stomping the Healthstone stunned the guy who was about to slash you in the
Yeah.
back. Oh my god.
I have a health. I have a revive.
Oh nice, okay, okay. She's at half health.
Exactly. Yeah, well, I'm going to spin to win you instead. Grab a Hellstone. That should stagger. Did I grab it already?
I think so.
Wild. I didn't notice myself even grabbing it.
Because you were in the corner, it kind of like strained the camera a bit.
Ow. I've got to dodge that one.
I think so, yeah. Oh, nice.
That one's the easiest parry for me.
It's pretty telegraphed. Oh, nice.
And I got a Hellstone off of that, which I auto-picked up, which was awesome. And I got a Hellstone off of that, too. Come on, get me enough of a combo to get that. Ow. Damn. There's a Hellstone there. Got the parry, too. Nice. Come on, give it to me. Give me the Hellstone. That was bad. And that's bad. Yep. Death. Death. Unlucky.
Shit.
That's alright.
Good try, though.
It was a good run.
Yeah, this one you.
We'll pick them up. We'll pick it up later.
Yeah.
I'm not worried.
My only advice would be like switching between the axe and the blades more often to use all the runic attacks.
I agree.
Like
And
when you fight, I forget her name, the Valkyrie Queen.
Sigrun?
Yeah, Sigrun. You just have to spam every ability the minute it's up. You just
Yep.
gotta hit her with full force all the time.
Yep.
That's a hard fight.
Which is right. I'm not bothered by that. The other thing I need to do though is I just want to upgrade some of these runic attacks.
Oh yeah, you can upgrade these hacks.
Firstly, because spin to win is really good, and secondly, right, I want more things than just right. This beam does me no good right now, or in that particular fight. So
No, yeah.
right, like bear charge here is probably more useful because that gives me a iframes. Any of these, of these might be useful. Or spin to winning. Any of those might be useful in the end. So.
Yeah.
Also, we did get a nitpick redeemed.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's a lot to nitpick. The more I play this, actually, the less impressed I am. With how they're doing the mythology, because there's a lot of times where it's not clear where their justification for making changes is coming from. Right, there's a lot of trying to just change stuff in order to make Odin look bad, which is not hard to do. Right, you don't need to change very much to make Odin look bad, but they're dramatically changing things that you really don't need to change in order to make Odin look bad.
Yeah, there's some things that are just sort of strange. Yeah, I mean, if you guys read my article, it's gonna sound like I'm praising the game kind of at every turn, and I am, only because it does a very good job relatively to all the other type of Old Norse / Viking popular media that we have. Like, most of it is awful. Just awful.
Yeah.
And this was just well done, at least in my mind. And a lot of the mythology, there was a really good video on YouTube too, that actually got Corey Barlog, the lead designer's attention, which he shared. That was about how the developers had to tangle with rewriting Norse mythology without Loki. Because,
True.
Surprise, surprise, Loki is Atreus, or rather Atreus is Loki, who's a child at the time when sort of the mythology is already sort of set, except for a few key events which we trigger, like aka beheading Mimir and eventually killing Baldur. Everything else that Loki does hasn't been done yet.
Yeah.
So they had to like theorize and write a world of Norse mythology without Loki being Loki, doing all the things that Loki does, causing the gods all kinds of fun problems.
True.
So that explains some changes, and that was a very good video. It's called Untangling Norse God of War, if you want to look it up on YouTube. Very well edited, too. It was like amazing video editing. The other thing that is more problematic is like some of these details that they're changing and that they just ignore and they just add things in. It isn't really explained by even the needs of the game. Like there's not really a reason for them to change some of the stuff.
Yeah.
Like case in point, the boss at the Hell Bridge. They could have had a unique boss.
More good.
And that's something.
Yeah.
Something I remember about God of War, the original God of Wars. I didn't play them all. I watched my friends play them, and I played part of God of War 3 Remastered when they released it. It was free one of these times on PlayStation Plus. I remember like there was so many characters. They made so many unique characters and boss enemies and stuff. Where it feels like a lot of that stuff is missing in this God of War game, and they just have these, of course, these recycled troll. Enemies, and they could have had like a unique female kind of monstrous guardian enemy. Yeah,
I mean, I totally get like they ran out of time. Sony said, "Hey, get the game out," and they were like, "Oh crap."
This is a huge project. Like I don't really blame them, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. But yeah, it still would have been real nice to have more. Interesting. So I need to get the. I don't even know where the first Hell Wind thingy is for this.
What does it say?
Another riddle. Feed me not, we both are doomed. Overfeed me, all
I
consumed.
blame
Fire.
something, Yeah.
I mean, that's obvious. It's fire.
The answer might be near, like the other.
Guys. Guys.
Guys.
Are you
Guys.
are you all foolish? Hello. It is literally right here. Come on. If I break enough stuff here, can I just like light the whole thing on fire? I believe. Light the whole room on it. Oh. Okay. It's... Look at that, awfully suspicious.
I see something on the ceiling.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
But it's blocked by those wooden boards. See that? I see it now.
Thank
It
you.
says fire. Of course. Bow.
Yep. Hey, you actually pronounced it okay for a change.
Yeah.
You love when it happens. Alright, so this does something. Oh, this is just a totally different puzzle. That's how I get to this. Which has nothing to do with the Hellwind and the other things. Alright. Alright, alright. Murder of Crows. You love to see it. Okay. So, if we go all the way over here. It said it was close to the well. Which is like how we get out. What are directions? God, I like do not remember how most of this map looks.
No, I mean, the zone's kind of a maze, and it keeps changing because of the water level.
Isn't that heavy?
Meh.
Yes.
Doesn't seem heavy.
It's... Wee.
Atreus is starting to notice things.
Mm-hmm. Mostly that his dad is incredibly buff.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
we've...
it's kind of interesting. I did think about this before, like, if you're a kid in a pre-modern society, you don't know anything else, and so if you just grow up and your dad is super strong, you think that's just normal.
Yeah.
But I don't know, you watch him move a whole temple and you're like, oh, I don't know, I can't even pick up like this big rock over here. I don't know if this is normal.
Fair. That is not the right thing. Let's try that again. Blades of Chaos. Do the thing. Blades of Chaos, continue doing the thing. So there's that one. Where's the next one? Is it farther up here? Nay. So I've got to get it like across, but that's too far. I almost remember what's going on here. Oh, that goes underneath us. Honestly, like, what are directions? I've gotten myself totally turned around. Because this doesn't do anything. This isn't a drop down. Oh yeah, it's just around the corner there. Duh. I remember what I'm doing. Totally remember. And I'm gonna lose it, but that's okay. And by the way, Verkins and X-Nanacox, thank you for the follows just now. I appreciate it. Okay, where's the next, like, hidey hole, though? Thought I should find... Oh, it's right there. Okay. That's doable. Really?
But yeah, earlier, Adam, you said you were a bit disappointed the more you play the game.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Would you... Yeah, go ahead.
No, you finished the question.
I was just gonna say, like, would you agree with what I said about, like, relative to a lot of
Oh.
quote-unquote Viking media.
Definitely.
This is, like, kind of a breath of fresh air.
Absolutely, but that feels a little bit damning with faint praise.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Cause
I mean, it's like relative to all this other stuff, like, it's better. Okay, that's not a high bar. Good job.
yeah, it certainly like focuses, makes some important and useful changes regarding. Firstly, just that we can't and or shouldn't accept the sources totally uncritically. It still accepts them totally uncritically in some places, but in others it actually makes important and useful changes.
Yeah.
And ones that are for almost universally to the benefit of the story. And for the themes they're trying to go for. And I can't actually fault them for that, because obviously the story of the game comes first. And undoubtedly, beyond any shadow of a doubt, this makes for a stronger game than, say, AC Valhalla. Even though, the more I think on it, the more I think, right, just on the two Jotunheim arcs, AC Valhalla might be a more faithful representation of our extant material for Norse mythology.
Really?
I think AC Valhalla is a more faithful one, but one that as a result ends up doing less?
Huh.
Right? Because it's... The thing that this game makes very clear is that faithfulness is not the only thing that matters.
No.
Right. So, having this other... Having one that cares so little about faithfulness and will just freely alter stuff really emphasizes that, yeah, you know, adaptations are allowed to make changes and be good for the changes that they have made.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one of the things I do highlight in my article, that not just God of War, but adaptations of anything in general, but especially of Old Norse, are doing exactly what scribes and
Yeah.
I don't know what you would call what Snorri did, patrons of this kind of stuff. Exactly what they did was that they freely rearranged, rewrote, edited, changed, exchanged, etc.
Exactly.
The stories that they were working with, because it's part of a living tradition back then and today.
Yeah.
So that's why it's cool. I don't know if you probably mentioned this with Chad, having done, you know, a lot of streams about historical games with this kind of stuff in mind. But the whole thing when it comes to history in games or history in popular media in general, like the words kind of accuracy versus authenticity,
Oh, yeah.
and how this stuff has, at least in my mind, become less important to the better scholars of the field. Like, whether something is strictly accurate to what we know doesn't really matter if they're still doing justice to the sources.
Exactly.
And kind of breathing new life into them.
Exactly. And I think, right, God of War does it so well because, right, they're using texts like Surflithauter, they're using those super late saga texts.
Yeah.
And they're accepting elements of those fairly uncritically. I mean, Ynglinga Saga. And in doing so, right, they're highlighting the fact that this is not something that there is a single, like, correct version of, to those who know what they're looking at. And the game highlights that, of course, through the Jötnar shrines, telling a very different story than Mimir, as a very different story than Odin.
Yeah.
There's the boat. Hello, boat.
Get in. I will pull.
But yes, Paper Dogs, welcome. Good to see you. We are both scholars of Norse adaptation.
I know you overheard my talk with Freya.
And
You think you understand, but you do not.
So we're actually playing through God of War as experts, commenting on some of the mythology and history the game adapts and how it works as a video game.
You think I'm weak because I'm not like you.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know it was never what you wanted. But after all this, I thought maybe things were different.
Aw, Atreus, you missed the memo.
You do not know everything, boy.
No. But at least I know the truth now.
Truth. The truth. I'm a god, boy. From another land far from here.
God,
When I came to
this
the
light
shores, I
motive
chose to live as a man.
of the God of War theme is just excellent.
Yeah.
I was born a god. And so were you. Boy, have you nothing to say?
Can I turn into an animal?
You, God, what an excellent question. I mean, it's Loki, so yes.
No.
Yes.
No, I do not think so.
Have you ever tried Kratos?
I don't know if he's tried.
She was a god too?
No. She was mortal, but she knew my true nature.
I'm a god.
Sure.
Why did you wait so long to tell me?
Because being a god is a curse.
I had hoped to spare you. Being a god, it can be a lifetime of anguish and tragedy. That is the curse.
What sorts of things can I do? Can I fly? Or turn invisible?
Yes and yes.
I don't
Well,
feel like
yes
a
and
god.
sort of.
Yeah.
I do not know the reach of your godhood. But over time, we will learn.
I love that bit because it is highlighting things that Loki does.
Yeah.
Like things he has done.
You are welcome to surprise me.
Shape-shifting into an animal? Repeatedly.
Are you sure you've never heard any?
Not as you do.
That's no surprise. Every god is unique.
So, maybe I won't get strong like Father, but I'll have abilities all my own?
You already do, laddie. Your faculty for language is extraordinary for one so young. Time alone will tell what else you'll become capable of.
So you knew all along?
I did, lad. But I've known more than my share of gods.
Me too, apparently.
Ha. You've known like 4.
I wonder who else knew I was a god. Freya for sure.
Yep.
King Sindri?
They do not need to know.
Baldur! Does he know? Is that why he's after us? Do you know him from before?
The
Actually,
day of
no,
your
though.
mother's funeral was the first I ever saw Baldur. That is the truth.
Hey, we don't have to go right back to Tyr's Vault, do we?
Yes, we do.
I mean, we're gods. We can do whatever we want, right? What do you really feel like doing right now?
Going to Tyr's Vault.
Show you.
No, I feel like going to Tyr's Vault, but for the sake of... I feel like for the sake of being thorough. Yeah. Yeah. For the sake of being thorough, we're gonna get to Tyr's Vault. Does Norse mythology mention Ausgarður and what it is like? Rather... They do rather extensively, Paper Dogs. Ausgarður is probably the best described thing in the source material outside of the realm of humans.
Here we go again.
And
Yeah,
so,
actually, that's true, yeah.
like, the Prose Edda has
You ready?
pages upon pages of
Stuff
stuff.
I swallow to spring forth life tomorrow.
Oh, I like that one. I wonder if I wrote it.
Yeah. Gee, I wonder if it's the Earth.
Is that the answer there?
It says Earth.
Swallows death, brings forth life.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
Go.
Yeah.
But yeah, the prose edda has like entire several chapters dedicated to describing Ausgarder.
I wouldn't have felt so bad about killing someone.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Well, I'm not sure that's the lesson.
Well, yeah, hang on a minute, Atreus.
To regret. The elves forced their affairs upon us.
No, I get it now. We had God things to do, and they were in the way. That made us other little problems.
Again,
Are we just leaving that? Mimir, Mimir, I'm with you here.
Makes me feel so much stronger.
Maybe you feel a little too good right now. With power comes a big choice, lad. You can either serve yourself or put
Okay.
your godhood in the service
What
of
are these
others,
symbols?
like Tyr did.
What is this garbage heraldry?
Aye, the god of war.
I don't know,
One
man.
who fought for peace.
Presumably,
Had a
Aesir
reputation for
and
being heroic
Vanir?
and lawful. Using
And Tyr in the
power
middle.
and knowledge to stop
So-
wars rather than start them.
Maybe
there
yet
are
matter
good
though.
gods.
But no,
Once in
they're
a moon, it's been known
soldiers
to
on either
happen,
side, so
yes.
probably.
Yes. Ooh, paper dogs. What? Can you also ask what material I need to read to get a full understanding of Norse mythology?
This one mentions
Full-
places I've never heard of.
Full is going to be difficult because
The mind
our
felt
full
like
is
he
very
had
fragmentary.
war and chaos.
Yeah.
And he also knew visiting other
But,
cultures
hey, look,
and
it's Greece.
perspectives staying in one place could not.
And it's Egypt,
While Odin
and
always
Japan,
accorded
and
knowledge
Mesoamerica.
jealously, Tyr was open
Yep.
to
It
share.
looks very Mayan to me, but that's okay. Let's just assume, like, weirdly early,
Bringing him gifts to
slightly
go.
early Triple Alliance?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll get to that
So,
just a bit.
Whatever happened to Tyr?
Odin came to regard him as a threat to his rule.
Uh-huh.
He suspected Tyr of collaborating to aid the giants instead of helping to steal their secrets for Aesir.
The
Same thing he accused me
Jötnar.
of, frankly. Though in Tyr's case, I believe he was right.
Is that the
Tyr
Jöt?
was helping the giants?
I do. He felt responsible for the suffering visited upon them by Odin. I
Uh-huh.
suspect he had something to do with helping them cover their
Uh-huh.
tracks.
The missing Jotunheim town.
Correct.
Uh-huh.
Whatever happened to it, I believe it could only have been done with Tyr and the giants working together.
What evidence, Mimir? Literally, what evidence? Anyway, what do we need to read in order to get a full understanding of Norse mythology? So, with the understanding that our sources are extremely fragmentary, there's basically two, right? There is the Prose Edda, which was written in the 1200s by Snorri Sturluson, an Icelandic chieftain, thus compiling earlier oral traditions. And there's the Poetic Edda, which is a collection of poems that Snorri had access to when writing the Prose Edda, but that was actually written down in the 1270s by an anonymous monk. That has a bunch of poems that date back to the Viking Age. So there is, that's kind of it, right? That's 90% of our source material. So if you read those two, both of which have many excellent translations, you're basically most of the way there.
Yeah. The rest of it, the other 10%, is kind of spread around a bunch of
Where is this
diverse
I've never
types
been
of
it yet.
literary sources and archaeological sources. But for the main gist of what we know, yes, like Adam said, it's the prose and the poetic Edda.
And that's it. And
That's
the
basically it.
Prose Edda is actually super readable. It's basically a Q&A with Odin, which is extremely fun.
Naturally.
It is extremely, extremely fun, honestly. And it's only like the first part of it, which is the most relevant part, is only like 50 to 60 pages long
No.
in a modern translation.
Just kind of hoping though.
Let's
So
see.
what now?
It's not long.
Yeah, in Bayok it's like 80 pages.
Yeah. And so, right, you can just kind of read it in an afternoon. And even if you don't get most of the stories or the weird descriptions, even getting some of them, you're close enough. After that, then you start having to get into, like, books about them, which Caroline Larrington has a good one, John Lindo has a good one, Rudolf Simex is a bit... Honestly, I find his encyclopedia to be the most thorough and least accessible.
Yeah.
So I go, like, Caroline Larrington's Norse mythology, John Lindo's Norse mythology, and then Rudy Semick's an encyclopedia of Norse mythology.
A dictionary of Northern mythology.
Sorry, a dictionary of... Close enough.
Yeah.
It would have gotten you the
all-
correct answer in Google.
Listen, there's like 10 of these things that are all named very similar things, okay?
They are. They're all so similar. Which translation would you recommend? Whichever one you can get your hands on. Honestly.
Yeah, for real, like...
It
there's a
doesn't
ton of-
matter. I
there's a
use
ton of
Anthony
good
Fox's.
ones.
It's
Oh.
free. Right? The Viking Society for Northern Research has the Anthony Fox's Prose Edda as a PDF that you can just
Yeah.
download legally.
Yeah. Yep.
So, can't get better than that, but Caroline Larrington's translation is great. Jackson
all
Crawford's is fine.
I'll link via SNR.
Yeah. Jackson Crawford's is fine. I disagree with him on most matters of interpretation, but his translation is fine. Hey, look. It's an Egyptian-ish vase.
Alright, so I just linked Viking Society for Northern Research, their index.
Fabulous.
These are all free open access sources, and you can scroll down and it'll have like a list of...
And they're recent, right? It's not like these are open access because they're public domain. These are good scholarly stuff that are open access.
Yeah, they also like publish current ongoing articles and research and things, but there's also, like, if you scroll all the way down, you'll find the Prose Edda, which has prologue and Gylfaginning. The first one is the Old Norse that's just edited.
Yep.
But if you scroll down, you'll see Snorre Edda translated Anthony Falks. That's the
Yep.
one in English that you want.
The PDF name is Edda Rester, which is the only way I keep track of it, because it's a really weird name. Dang. He's got a lot of shinies in here.
You do.
Some nice arm rings. Paper. Light the paper on fire. Light the paper on... Yes, I mauled the scrolls. Yes.
Wow.
No one likes paper, not in our Viking games.
Not true. Get that shit out of here.
Whoa. The lid closed. I hit the thing and it closed the lid.
That's cool.
That's wild.
All
That's
these piles.
needlessly detailed.
I didn't realize you could just do this with all these piles too.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Milky. I'm going to throw my big giant sword at the thing. I don't know what it's gonna do. It exploded. I'm a bad archaeologist.
Yes.
Rather attract the
Yes.
winds of hell.
Enter camera mode
Where do you
first.
think the winds are?
Nah, you got a good look at it.
Forgot to mention that.
Yeah, you got
When
it.
you were sick, we went to Helheim to get your cure.
You did?
Terrible experience, by the by. Your dad picked up a new trick, though, with a little help from Brock.
Rock was there too? But
We'll look at this one instead. Oh, I can't actually get closer to it. There's actually an invisible wall here that prevents me from getting closer to it.
No.
I know, right? Tragic.
Let's see, there's people kneeling in terror. Or prayer.
Who,
Unclear, like most archaeological artifacts.
Yep.
Guy on top of another guy's head. Oh, they're run boosting. It's a two-man tower.
Nice.
Trick.
Nice. Actually, stylistically, this one looks like it's Akkadian, perhaps? The dagger's Indian. And then the head is... The golden head could be whatever. The golden head could
It
be
could
from
be
almost
a lot of
anything.
things. Yeah, it's very...
Stylistically, I don't know. Or it feels... Oh no, I'm not going to speculate. Right,
I don't
it's
know,
reminding
yeah.
me of something, but I can't remember what it is, so rather than say dumb words, I'm going to just not say anything.
we'll get back to this later.
Is that a, like, almost pseudo-Kipchak helm over here? Let me
In the
closer.
corner?
Let me closer. It's got a mustache. Oh no, sorry, it's
That's the
East
T.
African? I mean, there's also Sargon of Akkad's, like, death head over there. but
True.
I think that's East African. I'm not sure. Super
I
cool,
wouldn't know.
super cool carving style.
I like
Love
how
that
it's
head.
next to like this really fantasy spear too.
Oh yeah, 10 out of 10.
Perfect.
Isn't it?
The duality of game.
Okay, but like, also
What do you
the
like?
the shield.
Oh,
The shield, I thought for a moment was like Arabic architectural styles smushed onto a shield, and I would have found it
yeah.
really funny.
I could see that. Yeah.
More of the same, more of the same. There's like one more room full of stuff. Oh look, there's apparently 2 death masks over here.
Nice.
Oh good, and there's another copy of the thing.
Oh yeah, just in the same position but mirrored.
There. That is the closest I can get to it, Milky.
Oh, that's a good view.
Honestly, I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Is this? I don't know.
I feel like it's
Mesoamerican-ish.
I feel like it's Mesoamerican, but it could also be West African.
It could, yeah, it's true.
Yeah. I do not know enough about the styles to say much of anything, and so rather than make a claim one way or the other, I will let it to the people in chat who know more about the relevant periods and places talk about it. The dragon's obviously fantasy, but it looks sick.
It's pretty sick, yeah. And listen. These pre-modern cultures, they had very good taste, okay?
They all have very good taste.
So if things look similar, it's because they had these immortal tastes across time and space.
Perfect. Nailed it.
Badasses.
Decrease FOV to zoom. Oh, that was just rotating. How do I even do that? There we go. I can zoom in by
True.
just mauling the FOV. Oh no! Too far!
Oh, God.
Mistakes! Pain! Ah, that's as close as I can get.
Yeah. He's kind of got this interlacy collar thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Ghanaian? It might be from Ghana.
Ghanaian.
Yeah. That... Because I vaguely recognize the, like, hairstyle. This, like, really tight curls of carved hair. Or carved helmet. I think it's hair.
Oh, it could be.
Yeah. Could be
It's
either
like a
way.
depiction.
But,
It's a way of depicting hair, yeah.
yeah, I think I vaguely recognize that, so... We're gonna very tentatively say that. The point is, they did a lot of work on various material cultures in here.
Yeah. No, they had
Ah.
to design a ton of assets just for this room.
Yeah. This is a crazy amount of work for one room. Also, where's Sargon of Akkad's face? Where's his? It was one of the different one. A different one, wasn't it? It's somewhere. I want to throw a sword into his face just because.
Ah, okay.
I swear this place looks different every time I stop by. There it is.
Man,
Yeah. Smushed him.
now whenever I think of Sargon of Akkad, I think of this weird English ethno-nationalist guy.
Yup. It's sad.
Yeah.
It
Why would
is.
he choose that name? It makes no fucking sense.
It is unsurprising. Oh, this
Can't
is
leave here without the black
this is
robe.
where I came from.
Come on,
Fine.
we can do this.
Fine. All right, Raptorus. We will see you in the VOD as always. Have a good night.
See ya.
Okay. So I need to find some. There's where we stick it. Perfect. There's a thing there where I can trap it. Well, hello. Come on. Rotate closer. Give.
Milky, I think he means, like, because it's across a vast ocean. Tyr couldn't have reached there,
Move it or you may lose it,
which I
brother.
guess, but the man can walk in some kind of void space between realms, so...
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that should not be taken as descriptive of much of anything. Well, hello, random rats.
Ah, a ski and do from my homeland.
Hey!
Used to have one of my own back in the day.
Firstly,
You should take it, boy.
Yes, boy. Take it. We might need to butter bread somewhere on our travels.
ha!
This is why no one likes you.
Rolled. Dominated. Hey, look, it's the Sudden Hue belt buckle.
Where? I like that belt buckle.
Right there.
Ooh. Ooh. My favorite.
This is from the Sudden Hue burial from 7th century-ish England.
East Anglia.
Yeah.
To be specific. Ooh.
Super cool spot, but now we gotta wonder if we're gonna find the helm lurking somewhere. Right, I mean, it's known that the helm has a high chance of lurking somewhere in here. Hey look, it's an
Yeah.
Aegis.
Oh yeah.
And mushrooms, because bioluminescent mushrooms are apparently in style. I got nothing. Also, this deer skull. Way too decorated.
Yeah.
I feel like it's supposed to be a something, and I don't know what it's from. If anyone knows why that deer skull is super decorated, chat, let me know. Oh yeah, a good chunk of these coins are probably... A lot of them have circular holes in it, which would be... okay? Not normal, per se, but... What's this? Why is there a, like, full block thing of a broken runestone?
Yeah. Weird.
I
don't know. T was like, "This is probably valuable."
maybe that's a real design, and I just don't or a real, like, the fact that it's not broken, like that, is right. It almost looks like it's like the Rosetta Stone in design, though. It is a mystery.
Yeah.
Oh well. There's too much shiny stuff in here.
Well, that's unfriendly.
Just a little bit. Ugh. I suppose I should switch to this.
Look, small passages on either side. Perfect
Oh,
for
this
the boy.
fucking bonkers. These weird saw rooms.
Go.
Yeah.
Bye.
Careful, brother. Rhea's not here to bring you back if you're cutting too.
Quiet.
Ooh.
We'll just sync those up. And we're fine. Oh, good. We get the other room of shinies.
Yeah.
Shinies. It's God of War font thing, so it is literally Dad of Boy. Oh look, that's... Well, that is shinies. And we're just gonna smush this lovely, lovely vase. Because it shows... Greek wine. The wine is not turned into vinegar yet.
Nah.
Oops. Also, we're just gonna casually smush this. Don't worry about it. We're fine. This is fine. Turn it into dust. God, the music is so good. Every time they bring in that little God of War riff.
What'd you find?
Nothing.
Enough distraction.
Huh.
Do not forget why we are here.
Come on. You should probably get the crown off of his.
Okay.
It's just the crown, the combined crown of Upper and Lower Egypt. Also, that break didn't exactly break very good.
I know. Yeah.
We should probably fix that.
Broken the worst possible way.
We tried. We tried.
Tried.
Well then.
Samaria. Well, if it isn't an artistic representation of the consequences of my actions.
That's my great desert.
Exactly.
Very
Hey, look, it's a lovely, lovely
Gods
scarab.
live there?
Oh my, yes. Many, many gods.
Probably too many
Good or
gods.
bad?
And not as simple as that, I'm afraid.
Arguably too many gods.
Yeah.
Many hundreds
The
of
scholar-
gods.
The scholar's dilemma. Is it good or bad? It's very nuanced and subtle and complicated.
And there's just a lot of them.
There's a lot of.
The statue seems a bit extra. Also, I'm pretty sure this sword is from Skyrim.
No, I mean it's like just like a Ulfbertish type sword.
Yeah. It's just like the blade shape is really weird. It's a very, very long point.
Yeah, I mean the Skyrim version, the Iron Sword, does have like that sort of middle inset, darkened section. I don't know what you call that.
Yeah. The feather
A
on it.
fantasy,
Yeah, I guess the inlaid something or other.
the heart of the blade.
Sure.
I don't know.
Oh. Oh, good. And we're back into here. So many treasures.
I've been playing a lot of Skyrim lately, noting things down. But Victoria Cooper,
Yeah. Yeah, Vicky's great.
yeah, I haven't met her, but
Oh, man. If you're going to be at Leeds this year, I'll have to introduce you.
I don't know if I will. I'm mostly trying to just do research. I mean, I'm doing
Unders-
SagaCon, of course. but
Understandable.
I really don't even need more conferences, and I don't have the
Research
time or
budget?
money. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it would be cool. I'm sure I'll meet her eventually. But she just has a new article in a book that came out at the end of last year, I think.
Was that one that Rob Hodden edited?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Middle Ages in modern culture.
Yeah.
And expanding on her PhD dissertation on Skyrim, she did an interesting article about modding and how that reflects specifically player-made content and ideas about the Middle Ages in
Nice.
Skyrim. It was pretty cool. It was like short and to the point. It was nice. But like the top mods, it was kind of wild because it's like a book. So that like she's writing and she's like, oh, like in the 7 years since Skyrim came out, I'm like, wait, it's 2022 and this was written in 2021. No, because she wrote that article in 2018 and it took 3 years for the book to come out.
Yup.
Ah!
You love academic publishing right there.
Yeah. Anyway, it was cool because a lot of the most popular mods, besides like the visual fidelity ones, were like the quote unquote like gritty immersive ones, like cold and hunger, fatigue, having to rest, increased blood and like battlefield stuff, making the civil war of Skyrim versus the Empire more like intense by like having battlefields full of corpses and shit like that.
Yep.
Yes, I can link the entire book because it's open access. Hold on.
Yeah. You love the open access.
Because Helen Young also had a great article in the first section of the book about the very questionable associations of like whiteness in the Middle Ages present in Deliverance Kingdom Come.
Oh yeah.
Kingdom Come Deliverance. Sorry.
Yep. An excellent thing to be reading, or an excellent game to be complaining about for that. One that we will do on the channel in the middle future.
Oh, okay.
I haven't done it on the channel yet, despite that being a super obvious choice to. But I'm finally getting to a point where I feel like I'm ready and able to say useful things about it. Okay,
sure.
where's the last enemy? There's apparently like one enemy. Oh, there you are.
Oh, Zoe beat me to it. Alright, there you go.
Beautiful. Well then.
What did you see in that vault that set you off?
It is not important.
Isn't it important to you?
It was a rash impulse. You need not dwell on my failings.
Wow, that was almost an apology. Well, I guess you do like to smash bottom.
Do you just
Yeah, you can
explode?
post them in the Discord. It's open source, so you can just
Yeah,
share.
exactly. Share it.
But yeah, apparently one of the lead devs on Deliverance full on did an interview for Breitbart.
Oh yeah, Daniel Vavra, the lead designer.
Hurts me or not.
Yeah.
He's not the...
Just 'cause you hate me.
We'll talk about him eventually, I guess.
Yeah. We could save that.
There's a lot to say about him, and let's be fair. Well, that didn't work. That may have worked. I feel like that didn't work.
More small passages.
All right.
Go.
I think you can climb these ones, so.
Good luck.
Interesting. Maybe if I can't, no.
No? Okay, I'm lying.
I want to try and get these synced if at all possible.
Yeah, Veleth, she does talk about Frostfall and survival mods, like as part of this more recent image of the Middle Ages as being like gritty and full of hardships. That this is one of the most popular.
That's pretty close. Well, that was hair-raising. Spicily close.
And I thought those saws were scary.
Yeah, for real.
Okay, well, let's look at this. Hello. Scott. Yeah. Scott Vader Soul. Hati Mauna. No. Scouty ELTF. Oh,
Wait,
no, that's an A. Wait, no, it's not. That is F,
sorry,
isn't it?
which word are you looking at?
The last rune on both Vaith and Elt.
Those should be F runes, which is strange.
But they're using it as A, because that's Mounty.
Yeah, you're right, okay, they're just...
I think that's just an error, but okay. Still, Hati Elta Mounty.
Look, it's the wolf giants.
Scott.
And Hati.
That's
Yeah.
right. The bringers of day and night.
Well,
Ragnarok begins when they catch the sun and moon,
no.
right? Did Tyr know them?
I don't know. Like them well enough to cover a massive wall in his vault with them, though.
I mean, they're cosmologically important, even if they're not great news.
Yeah.
They're not great news.
No.
No.
One could say that they're not great news.
But, I mean, there's a lot of scholarship trying to figure out who the heck they are.
Don't you enjoy
The-
it at all? Being a god?
Hati is fairly easy, because Hati has a last name. And
Maybe Mother wanted us to have a little fun.
having a last name helps,
We've seen in-
makes things much easier.
Maybe it was her gift.
Right, because he's Hati Frodfitnesson. So, Halti, the son of the... I missed a Nornir chest in the second
I
room.
don't see another trap for the,
Winds of Hell? Maybe we can get up to one of those balconies for a better look.
Did I? Yeah. I saw one of the things for it. I didn't see the... Didn't actually see the chest itself, though. Right, like, I saw one of the thingies for it, but I missed... Oh. No. No. Don't tell me. Don't tell me it's in here. I don't... Thank goodness, it's not in there. I have been reassured that it is not in the dumb place. Oh, no, never mind. I've been told that it, oh. Oh, I see. It's right there. So where, perchance, are the other symbols? Because there are things to break open that I do not see.
Yeah, I forget this one for sure.
Yeah. Whatever. Run fast, be good. See if there's one right in the immediate vicinity here. There is not. There is not. They're in the smashy... What?
Oh, I think you have to freeze them so they're offset.
Yep. Yep. Gotcha. Wee. Coolio. Where did the thing go for? Got it.
Nice.
That doesn't help me though. Because it's not
I
there.
don't know.
One of them is... Last one is in the first smashy block leading to the third room. Thank you.
I like how he's like ornately decorated his killing machines with gold.
Of course. Look, you gotta have style, if nothing else. I guess I could just block that one up. Are you sure that's the case? Because I see no... Ugh, it's in... No? I don't see it. I super didn't see it there. Visible when it's down. Was I doing it wrong then? Because this is when it's down. I sure as heck don't see it. Other side. Ugh. Alright, so I mean that's a go around try again, because no. Which gray person fawn thing?
Was it the little blue guy?
Or is it just Kratos in bad lighting? Or... like...
Who's gray?
The main character is...
Oh.
Okay, so our main character is not from these lands, notably. He is Kratos, who is a long-running character from the franchise, but also an incredibly minor god mentioned in the Theogony. As sort of the brother of Victory. Oh, yeah, I see it. Way the heck up there. Gotcha. And in that... in that text, he is the brother of Nike, of Victory, and he appears in no other stories. So, literally a personification of strength according to his name. And that's about all he's got going for him.
But the reason he has like a gray complexion is because in the first God of War game, he swears servitude to Ares in exchange for victory. And Ares is like, this guy's alright. I want him to be like my main champion of war and death on Earth. So he tricks, in order to separate him from any sort of earthly attachments, he tricks Kratos into killing his own wife and daughter in like a bloodlust.
Yep.
And she's some sort of like witch, seeress, priest. I think she's a priestess in the village that's being sacked. After she sees this happen, she curses Kratos for his unspeakably heinous deed, and takes like the ashes of his own family in the burning corpses in the building and like attaches them to him permanently. So he's cursed forever.
Yep. It's grim. Very Greek tragedy of him.
Yes.
Not even his fault, because God of War believes very strongly in the statement that the gods are jerks, and this is mostly reasonable.
Yeah.
Honestly, mostly fine. Can't say I blame it.
They just sort of crank it up to 11. It's in the sources anyway, though.
Exactly. The gods being jerks is nothing new.
Nah.
Got him. Okay, there's not that many left, are there? Are there any left? Oh, there's one nightmare left. Ah, we'll just combo you into oblivion. And we're good. Nailed it. Alright, what did he say? Hierin. Vitni. Skjotari.
One of these.
Thought is faster than wind.
Tari.
Oh,
Perhaps this isn't about speed at all. Is there someplace else the winds can go?
so Hierin, the thought, Vindi. Okay, yeah, I see that.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Vindi Skjotari.
Skjotari.
Yeah.
So Vindi in the dative. So
Yes, is
the mind or thought is with respect to the wind.
faster. Yep. Gotta love that grammar.
Sure was paranoid.
The dative of respect.
Thanks to Odin, with good reason.
Well then. So is there somewhere else the wind can go? What does that mean? Like, I mean, I can't hit
There's
this.
the wind trap.
What? I mean, I see that wind trap. But I can't exactly get down there fast enough.
How does this work again?
Out of this one, I remember it trolls us. I just don't remember how it trolls us.
I think you would just put it in the outer ring.
Oh, duh. That makes so much more sense.
Ah, clever.
Because then I can just grab it off the outer ring, put it in here.
Yeah.
Hooray! Because then there's that one open. This thing's rotating. Hit us there. Drops that there. Opens up one more path. Well, opens up this.
The Runestone. It's
Hooray! Progress. Hey.
What's going on?
Trap.
Father!
Boy, get out of here.
I'm fine. How do we get you out?
Pull chains on the wall.
Uh-huh.
There are 3 of them. What do I do?
Atreus, focus. You can do this.
Uh-huh.
Hurry. I don't know yet if I can drown.
Okay, think. Hati's the silver one. He hunts the moon.
Uh-huh.
Skull's gold and he chases the sun.
Sure.
For Ragnarok to happen, they have to eat them. These are out of order.
Good
Okay.
boy.
So the moon goes on the left, sun on the right. With Midgard in the middle, but which bar do I pull?
Just try them until you figure it out.
Middle bar.
Honestly. Moves the whole thing that way. Nope.
Middle quickly.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, do I have a set number of moves?
Get them in order. Moon left, sun right. With Midgard in the middle.
Okay. Ugh. Yeah, fine.
Middle bar.
Pull that.
Moon on the left, sun on the right. Midgard in the middle.
Ugh. It's gonna be a jerk about it, isn't it?
Left.
A set number of moves. Okay.
The middle.
Okay, I need to do this. I think.
Moon, Midgard, sun.
Middle. Quickly.
Then I do middle again to force them all over.
Middle bar.
Ah, boo. That doesn't work. I've scuffed it.
Middle.
I scuffed it.
Father, no!
Yep.
Middle. Quickly.
Brother, get up, brother.
Yep. Scuffed it. That's alright. Now that I know what the bars do, it's easy enough. Midgard has to go down first.
Left.
That goes down.
Middle bar.
This will pull the moon over.
Gotta get them in order. Moon left,
That's
sun right.
fine.
Midgard in the middle.
Sun has to go next, right?
Yeah.
Ugh, this is annoying though. Then this has to go up.
Moon on the left, sun on the right.
Now we do middle. This puts the sun in the correct position.
Pull the right.
Now we pull the center one again,
Middle bar.
Moon, Midgard, sun.
and then the sun goes up.
Midgard, sun. Think.
Pull the right.
Moon, Midgard, sun. There we go. Now that I know what it's...
Well,
We tried to pull a
something?
switch thing, and it was trapped.
Yep.
We're not stopping! Wait! What's that big chain for? Father, above you!
Well, that's bad.
This place is so insane.
Tyr put too many traps in here.
The traps don't even make sense.
The traps are a bit ridiculous.
Boy, you have to stop that chain.
How?
I do not know.
Wait, I know what to do.
Her knife?
There's no other way. It's not working. That should have worked.
Okay, but that just blew up everything. Yep, that broke everything. Including the knife. We're good. Totally fine.
I know. But it saved you.
That was cunning, boy.
Totally fine. I'm sure everything is okay. Totally. Absolutely fine. Nothing to worry about here. Not even a little bit. I think this is probably the longest continuous puzzle sequence in the game.
Yep.
Right, after this, we're pretty well clear.
The red's free. I think we did it.
Aye. Let's go see what Tyr's got for us.
No, raised protection. It rubbed off. What should we do?
We keep.
There it is. We've got it.
Yeah. I hear you that the not actually a rune wore off. And another...
Boy. Yeah. On the day you were born,
Uh-huh.
I made 2 knives.
Uh-huh.
Mixing metals from my home and from this land. One for myself. And when you were ready,
Aw.
one for you. Today is that day.
Aw.
So I'm a man now. Like you?
No. We are not men.
We are gods.
We are more than that. The responsibility is far greater. And you must be better than me.
Aw.
Understand? Say it.
You will be better.
Power of this weapon, any weapon, comes from here. But only when tempered by this. By the discipline, the self-control of the one who wields it.
He's
That
so
is where
large.
the true strength of a warrior lies. You must never forget that. Good then. Come.
Honestly, a really appropriate sentiment for a Norse-themed game.
Dream.
Yeah.
Because, right, I mean, our ideal warrior is someone like Eik, or Grettir, or even Sigurður, who are all...
Wait.
Oh god, no! Not again.
Rune, did you see it?
Yes,
Are you certain?
I got it.
Not, those aren't runes!
Good then.
Grendel of the Ashes.
Oh my god. Chat, you were just talking about Old English, so,
Here you go, guys. Oh, and Grendel of the Frost. Grendel's lesser-known brother.
which we note, do not have shared weaknesses. Wow, that just mauled him. Holy moly. Okay, we cleared the... Oh, they heal too? Ugh, I hate that. I hate that they heal. Ugh. No. Ow. That's fine. This is fine. I'm just bullying him while his brother stands still. But oh my god, the fact that these are named Grendel is just hysterical.
I know, this is nuts.
Big fan. Ah, not the button I should have hit. That's alright. You know, this guy here is taking a lot more damage, so maybe we'll take him out first. Because he seems to notably be dying awfully easily. Now let's try this. That wasn't even a little hard. Oh good, a heavy runic. Yes! Heavy runic attacks.
I have beaten bigger.
And a chaos flame.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's cool, yeah.
Turned around. Which way is the sand bowl back up?
Good question. Good. I don't have any new skills. Oh, I mean, I can upgrade the... Suppose I can upgrade the runic attacks. Also these. I haven't upgraded any of these yet. Murder of Crows. Just does a lot of damage. Fair enough. Maybe we'll do that. And then Blades of Chaos. Can upgrade that. Fan of all of that. I have all the summons now except Ratatoskr. Wow. Wow. So, Grendel. I guess that we can start with that.
Sure.
Grendel is not Norse. He be Old English.
He do be.
He be like that. Grendel is only found in the poem Beowulf. Written, well, potentially as early as the 8th century, but recorded in a single 11th century manuscript. It tells a story that is known to be also exist in Norse, sort of, that it shares similarities with both Hrolsaga Kraka and Skildunga Saga, the latter of which no longer survives. But Grendel's not in either of those, it seems.
Nope.
He's just an evil monster who attacks,
Lemnian wine. The island of Lemnos. Near the place of my birth.
Booze.
Alcohol. Yes, we're gonna give a 12-year-old alcohol. It's gonna be fine.
Lemnos.
Aw.
To a journey's end.
Give him alcohol.
Smells like rotten eggs. Is it still good?
Possibly.
Right. Taste test. Is it still good, Kratos? So, yes. It is, as you were saying, Wolfie, Beowulf is set in mostly Denmark, and southern Sweden.
Yep.
But,
Father?
Jutland being
Why did you
Scotland.
let Odin come here? Does it have to do with the other gods there?
It sure does. They got all murder death.
You hate the gods so much. But Tyr proves that gods can be good. And you're good.
Well,
You only killed those deserving, right?
sure. About that.
Yes.
But who's worthy enough to judge?
Quiet head. We are. We know better.
No.
Sounding more like your da by the moment.
Notably,
Kratos is like, that's not good.
that's not a good sign. So, the super fast summary
I
of
like being a god.
Beowulf is Hera. There's a dude named Chillchafing, Hjöter, I guess Skefjungar?
We go where we want, we do what we want, and now we're gonna go see the giant.
No.
Having learned that travel rune to Jotunheim, we can now head back to
No,
the gateway
no,
on top of the peak and put that magic chisel to good use.
Nobody's getting in our way this time. Come on.
About that. I have terrible news for you, Atreus. But basically, he built his descendants, right? Chillchafing is a cool king. He commits a bunch of murder and forms the Kingdom of Denmark. And his grandson, Hrothgar, Danish probably Rå, or Old Norse Hrolfr, builds another, goes, you know, great, I've got a great plan, builds this huge hall named Heorot, and they're partying in it all day long, being super Christian and stuff, because that's totally how that worked. And they pissed off a dude named Grendel, who is a descendant of Cain, and is a super monster. And he just murders everyone for like 9 years. And then Beowulf, prince from Jätland in southern Sweden, hears about this and goes, yeah, I'm gonna go take care of that problem for them, alright? And they're like, don't get yourself killed. It's like, yeah, I won't. And then he doesn't. And he kills Grendel by getting in a wrestling match and ripping off his arm. And then Grendel's mother attacks for revenge, and he kills her by swimming to the bottom of a very, very, very deep bog and hitting her with a giantish sword, a Jotunish, literally. And then he goes back to Jätland and inherits the throne and rules for 50 years, and then gets murdered by a dragon. And then the poem ends.
Yeah.
And that was a terrible summary of Beowulf.
That was an interesting summary. I like it. Though.
Importantly, Grendel occupies the first third of it, and there's a lot of things that seem like they ought to be parallels to Norse stories, but we can't actually find proof that they are, and it annoys everyone. Namely, Grettir Saga. The fight between Grettir and Glaumr is so similar to the fight between Beowulf and Grendel. And another scene in Grettir Saga where Grettir fights a troll woman underneath a waterfall is so similar to Beowulf and Grendel's mother. And we cannot find any link between the two.
Nope.
And what do you do about that besides cry? I certainly cry. Because they would be so cool if they were related, but we can't find anything.
Nope.
It's sad. Anyway, putting them in here is super weird, because it's not like there's a shortage of trollish people, right? That's the weirdest thing. Even if you wanted, like, two brothers, there are all sorts of Jötnar in the legendary sagas that you could have pulled from. And it would have been totally okay?
Yeah.
It would have been totally okay. A cool dragon fact.
Give cool dragon fact. Dragons in Old Norse Icelandic literature generally don't fly and don't breathe fire, they breathe poison. Only with the specific prefix flug attached to the word drekker, flugdrekker, does the literature actually mean a flying dragon.
Except for when it doesn't.
Except for when it doesn't.
Cough, Nidhugger. Where he's the Drekki Flyandi, but not the Flugdrekker.
Yes.
And is that a meaningful difference? Probably not, but we'll pretend anyway.
Okay, we got a nitpick and then a spicy take immediately in a row.
Fair enough. Ooh, I mean, the nitpick being the obvious nitpick is Grendel's.
Why Grendel's? Yeah.
Is why Grendel's. They're a bad fit. That there's no mythological reference between generic troll ice version and generic troll fire version, and the legendary Grendel. But so yeah, like why them?
It's just they just took names that
Maybe some
people might know of monsters.
Exactly, but like it hurts everything about what I just said about how they're doing like thoughtful adaptation and creative adaptation.
I know, yeah, me too.
When the bosses are so badly named.
Yeah.
It poisons the whole thing we just praised the game for. And it annoys me.
You get Matt Helson.
Matt Helson!
The Grendel twins. Matt Helson and the Grendel twins.
Ah, what a terrible band.
Oh, God.
Loathe them. But then another spicy take.
Wolfie says, for my spicy take, I want to know, do you think Beowulf is a Christian story with pagan elements or a pagan story with Christian embellishment?
Yes.
Yes.
The only acceptable answer to that is yes, because disentangling the one from the other is, in my opinion, 1, impossible, and 2, foolish.
What does it mean?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's written down in a Latinate script, so it's automatically you have to acknowledge that it's in a Christian context,
Mimir,
and a pretty deeply Christian context by that point.
Oh no.
But
Shortly after the
I forgot Mimir was going to tell us a story.
he's telling stories.
Let's go deal with these guys while we're finishing up, since I have the blades now.
Okay. I have to get going anyway, too. It's late.
Yeah, it's very soon. This is going to be our last thing.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
But, like Old Norse literature, too, I mean, it's like how much is pagan, how much is accurate about the pre-Christian period in Iceland, and I mean, it's you can't really tell, you can't disentangle
exactly.
them, like Adam said, it's kind of a wasted effort.
And the other half of it is, right, not only is it a wasted effort, it's just not, in my opinion, a very exciting question. Right?
It's not even fruitful. Like, what are you gonna find out?
Exactly. It doesn't let us read it in a new way. It doesn't really let us ow. It doesn't teach us something important about ow. I love the extra reach the blades have. Feels so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, right. I get why people are fascinated with it. But it's just not a question I find particularly interesting. Ow.
Yeah, I mean, besides, like, the purely academic interest in, like, knowing what this stuff was like in the pre-Christian period, which we can never know with any sort of certainty.
Yeah.
Oftentimes being obsessed with this kind of, like, what was it really like?
Exactly.
Get this Christianity away from my perfect, pure Norse paganism, so I can know what my true ancestors did in the fields of yore and there.
Exactly. Right? Is it definitely conscious of a, like, heroic ethos? Yeah. But it's a heroic ethos that persisted well into the Christian period.
Yeah.
Right.
And was often treated either sarcastically or outright, like, making fun of it.
Exactly.
In addition to also respecting it.
Exactly, right? You realize, wait, right? The big theme of dramatic literature is, wait, maybe this was all a bad idea. Right? I think that is the core theme of dramatic literature's relation to its heroic ethos, is slowly, gradually, painfully arguing that this was all a mistake and we should have never thought this was a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, it's like when you consider, especially the Icelanders, because they have so much, we have so much literature from medieval Iceland, and it's so past-oriented and concerned with this
Exactly. Right.
immediately pagan precursor to their current Christian society. They're closely related to these people who were undeniably pagans.
Yeah.
And they have to struggle with the fact that they can't just throw it all away because this is their culture, their heritage, their genealogy, which is increasingly or very highly important in these societies, and like it is in most societies. So you can't just throw it away, but you have to deal with it and kind of encapsulate it in a safe sort of epistemological and rhetorical framework of literature and devices like this.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, and exactly, right? Njál's Saga probably shows this the clearest, right? Where
Yeah.
they're explicitly like, oh yeah, and at the end they both decided this was a bad idea and everyone lived happily ever after.
Yep.
Almost word for word in the saga. But, right, it's all so worried about the fact that everyone is killing each other, and it is actually kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And any success is fleeting and temporary, and like Wanderer and Seafarer both find the solace for that in Christianity. The sagas find solace for that in Christianity, but Christian society is one that persisted in that belief, in some cases for several hundred years, ostensibly after conversion. So, or in the value of stabbing each other to death for centuries. And how do you deal with that? And that is the much more deep-rooted question of Germanic literature than just, is it all pagan? Because the fact that it is neither one nor the other is what makes it compelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's syncretic and interesting.
Exactly. And
The product of a very period of intense flux and transition.
exactly. But I think this is that is a great thought for us to end on, because, oh boy, this was a good stream. We got a lot done.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah. So, we will be back with more of this next week. Right, we should actually be right on track to finish just before AC Valhalla does its thing. We may need to squeeze in one bonus stream somewhere in order to finish up on time, but we should be pretty close. Because there isn't that much left. We're we're at the halfway mark.
Yeah, you use the rune.
Right? Because things,
but then
hell,
Baldur shows up, things happen.
we end up in hell,
Hell.
and then it's endgame.
And then it's back to Midgard for a few extra things, and then endgame. Yeah.
Yeah, so we might be on track to finish in like 2 or 3 weeks, which is exactly how much time we have. So I hope y'all enjoyed. I also stream other games other days of the week, so if you haven't followed yet, make sure you have. Thank y'all for the support. There was a lot of support today, and it was great fun. And some really good discussion, so thank you, Luca, as always, for coming on. This was lovely.
Yeah, my pleasure. It's always a ton of fun.
Final note, if you enjoyed this, it is brought to you thanks to our patrons, who you can see thanked right over here. If you want to become a patron yourself, you can head to patreon.com/ludohistory. At whatever level of support you feel you want, it helps a lot and is super deeply appreciated. At the highest level, you get to pick a game for us, and that means on Sunday we're going to start the second patron selected game, which is Super Giant's Pyre. So it's going to be some lovely, chill sports ball streams. Sports ball. Until then, though, I hope y'all have a lovely weekend and a good rest of your night. All right, bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.